should I?
Yeah, I'm recording it. Okay. Are we all in here now? You,
I don't know
Solskito.
who else is coming.
Yeah,
Didn't
Pi
Pi
said he
say-
might be around, but it doesn't look like he's online.
Said likely.
Yeah, Pi and Scott both aren't here. Well, they can hop in, though, if they come later. And that can always upload it. Okay, it should be fine. Alright. So,
Yes. Why didn't you wait 37 seconds to say that?
go through draft here first.
Next ban is Cassian. Is Bandit the one that we talked ban? Bandit's the KT player. BDZ. Let's go Diablo Jaina. No, man. Yeah, let's go Jaina LuBu.
I think I'm okay with the draft so far. Stukov feels kind of early to me. That I would maybe want to pick a tank here. Let me pull up my notes that I had while watching this, I think, actually.
See who's left for tanks. ETC, Muradin.
Garrosh still.
Yeah. Not a
Yeah,
map.
I was thinking Garrosh. Or...
Do you think the Stukov silence is more replaceable in this Maiev comp, or is the Jaina AoE more replaceable?
I think the Stukov silence is probably more replaceable, yeah.
Okay.
Like you could use Mouth Root. You could have Tyrant stun. You could... I mean, you can Ana Grenade in the middle of it and just disable their healing. I'm trying to think what other... You could Deckard, Root, and or Sleep. And that also combos well with Rings. So there's a couple options you have in support, I think.
Kitten.
So yeah, you could... I think I would want to probably take either tank or offlane here with Jaina. You see what they're tanking off. Am I back? Hello?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you see what their tank and offlaner already are, so you could pick a good matchup into the offlane, or you could just know that your tank, what it's going to be going up against. I don't think Muradin would be too bad either. But ETC I felt was kind of awkward in this comp. They banned Arthas. I like the Alexstrasza. Oh, I was also thinking in draft, this is mostly for Pi later, but I was thinking that you could have just taken Ana, because you were expecting them to go Alexstrasza, and then you could have used the third ban on something else. Like, this way works too, but that was just another thought I had while watching this. Was that I didn't expect you would ban Alexstrasza.
Right, yeah, let's go ETC Blaze.
Screen share is not behaving nicely.
Maybe I should leave call and rejoin. I'll try that.
It's very laggy.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like that for everyone else.
It's hard to tell. I don't know if he's like pausing it.
Yeah,
every
I'm
couple
pausing it,
seconds, or...
so.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see the circle, whatever things, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks
well,
fine on my end for the most part. It's not like amazing quality, but
Yeah.
It is lagging for me now. Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just auto cancels it, and then
So yeah, like, everyone on their team has an interrupt for Mosh. In some form. So maybe you just go stage dive just to like engage. The Blaze I think is okay. I mean, I think I can see from these drafts how you guys had problems with the Haka because he's just able to walk at you. Like Blaze can't really do anything. I would have wanted a stronger matchup into Haka that I could at least pressure him with like Imperious or Malthael maybe. Trying to think
Quick
what
question.
else. Yeah,
Are you West Coast or East Coast, Riokaii?
I'm closer to West Coast because I'm in Idaho. So
Okay, we are all East Coast or mid East.
yeah, I'll change the
West.
region then to East.
Can you switch that to US?
Maybe that'll be better. I think Pie's here
And
now.
my ping just dropped by like 40.
All right, we'll see if that's better.
LFCC provides so much LFCC disruption in there. Sets up the tethers, follows up the tethers, etc.
Super guys one is ultimate breaking wires.
So I predict Lucio will go reverse amp to grant us an over.
That needs to be fixed.
It's gotta be in about range of your crossbow. Yeah.
Also another thing was I didn't think you guys used bunker very well, and if you could get a combustion off, I think that could have been pretty good in these fights. It's also basically you're trying to do an AoE blow up thing, and then they pick Lucio, which counters that really well with Sound Barrier and his AoE healing and stuff. So
I think combustion basically offsets sound barrier.
yeah,
Would have been nice.
trying to think what other options you have. You could try Tyrael, maybe. And then the goal would just be probably Judgment onto Gul'dan or Raynor and just blow them up somehow. But you don't really have anything that can dive with it aside from Maiev. So that doesn't really seem good. Yeah, I don't know. But your team comp feels a little bit awkward, basically. And I think I would have to think about this more to probably like settle on a different way I would go.
I think the Anna would have been.
Yeah, I think the Ana and then a different ban would have helped a lot too. Because if I go back to this, they hadn't picked healer yet, right? So yeah, you could have banned Lucio instead also. Instead of Alexstrasza. Also, like, Gul'dan is super, super, super immobile. So I don't even know that you need Cage on Maiev with the amount of like CC and slows and stuff that you have. So maybe you just go disc, just to be able to disc an Alexstrasza if they, for example, banned Ana in their third ban or something. If you didn't take her before then. So yeah, there was like a couple options I think you had, but
Regarding, what was your question, Kyle? That is up to you. Both would get value. Combustion would get a lot of value for
If you remember when we get to 10, call it the UR 15 bunker, so we are aware that when you call a bunker, you're actually saying good.
English. I think they have better wave clear, so we want to just clear the wave.
here, let me actually just watch this normal speed. So you have Crafty go into this bush and Pie go into the bottom one, which is good. Here, I think you just slide and go on Gul'dan here. And you can probably pick him off. Like Maiev shades in, pull him back, and then slide, boop, and just drop Jaina damage. Blaze can get a stun probably.
I think they have better wave.
Probably pull him down to the bottom bush though, and ETC still comes over above. And he can boop away their team as well, and then slide.
Clear, so we want to just clear the wave and get going.
So I think you could have pressured level 1 a little bit harder.
Stepping up to put Blizzard on the wave. On the Raynor.
This was good. Kept him in the silence. Did a ton of damage.
Were you pausing it just now?
No.
Okay.
Now I
It's like
paused.
3-second skips.
Blizzard, I got your follow-up.
Does Pie know he's muted, by the way?
He's probably eating.
Okay. So here, I think what Pai's doing, stalling the rotation, is fine. I wouldn't probably use the tether though. Like you technically trade her trait for it, but I think it would be good to just hold the cooldown and maybe use it on someone else.
I'm actually in here now. I was on my phone while I was trying to get my computer to log on.
Oh, it's all good. Good blizzard. Ives doing camp. Oh yeah, also their team, I think it's especially hard for you to get the tether quest done on their team. So, or to get, like, not even get it done, but just get stacks on it. So,
yeah.
I think Naish's is maybe better here. It's pretty strong on the objective as well, so as well as
Yeah,
just
I
getting
just
camps.
I think with that, I just need to get comfort with it. It always feels, to be honest, just so useless. And I know people say it's so strong, but I don't know. So my confusion with Naish I've been having when I use it, it's like really useful for like camping or something, but then I have to go like team fight to reset it. Like
Yeah.
its whole thing is macro pressure, but I can't ever actually like use it more than once for macro pressure because then I have to go find a team fight with two people standing next to each other, reset it to go back and like repressure a lane.
Whenever you're like walking around in between lanes, do you ever just like, I mean, generally I think that's like most of the way people reset it.
Yeah, like pretty much you would get a camp and then you just like go to a lane, find two people, hit a queue, and then go back to doing camps. Like
so
that is how it
level
works.
7, I am always looking for that. Like because I always want to like prep my starfall thingy. I don't know, that's not what it's called. Whatever it is.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, I'm always trying to prep that for when a fight comes, and so I'm like always looking for it, like in like little offside thing, just like pop it when I'm like on my way to something. I just don't know how often the opportunity comes when I'm trying to like. But it's also just a comfort thing. Like in team fight, I just don't get as much value because I don't know how to use it in team fight.
Well, and I think also in team fights, like you're probably looking to get the multi-person tethers. When if you just get a tether on like one key person, that's good enough. And so I think it's also making you be a little bit too, like greedy or whatever in fights, looking for multi-person tethers when you could just get the one guaranteed or something. And so I think it's kind of like playing into your mentality a little bit as well.
Checking this bush.
Yep, I can definitely be on board with that one.
Checking. So we're looking for camp take. All right, never mind.
But yeah, like if you're just calling out on rotations or whatever, of where they are, like just find two people that are stood next to each other or whatever and just go in the lane. You can even shade in and then like get a queue and just trait away or something. Like you just have to get the reset on it. But like up here, for example, like you could come in, hit a queue on these two people as they're walking back to their wall, and then just go bottom and do the camp, or go to bruisers. You would probably go to bruisers in this case, but
you're bugging out a lot. I can't understand.
Okay, it's probably because I'm recording it then. Okay, we should probably try the watch together thingy. I forget what site that is, but
sync video.
Sync video.
Do we want to move to the Discord channel then?
Sure.
I feel like the group call functionality is just like not finished.
Soon, I mean, I think I mentioned this earlier, but they're trying to slowly roll out screen sharing Discord servers.
We're gonna go check our dinner.
Oh, it's Pope. Hey,
Hola.
how's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
Not so
Good.
bad.
I'm exhausted, y'all, tonight. I don't know why. Had a grueling day of Dungeons and Dragons.
That'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're still waiting on one person here.
Dolce said he walked away to check dinner.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Or is it Rabbit?
where's this link?
Oh, it's in
Oh, here it
the
is.
schedule planning. Yeah, sir.
Oh, you're totally waiting on me. I'm just checking Facebook.
It's all good. There we
Here.
go. I think we should be good then.
Limp lemon. All right.
I'm gonna be honest. I made mine.
Check in. We're looking for
It sounded good because it like
It's playing for
Sounded like-
everybody, right?
These bushes.
yes,
Okay,
Yes.
good.
much better quality,
the middle.
smoother.
I can go bottom. You guys can maybe pressure that or clear it.
Yeah, so I think here you guys could have gone to your bruisers because you want to save the bottom camp for later because of the objective being top.
Can you guys take
Top camp maybe?
Yeah. Go. I got mid.
And that would probably be Pi and Solskito going to do that, while Rabid and Crafty each hold a lane. Probably Crafty
Okay.
bottom, since he can scout the bottom camp a little bit easier.
And they scouted us.
They might have the floor on this. They like to invade. Out.
Yeah, especially... I'm not sure that you can do this without clearing mid. You would want all 4 people down here. Because, yeah, they can just invade it. Which, like, isn't that big a deal, but...
If Jaina comes down, we can still contest them. Okay. Alright, so like, if there's points, I don't know where Tanaka is.
But, like, if you guys had gotten bruisers out, for example, and then they got this camp without you guys being on it, like, I think you guys come up in that trade. Because they're forced to get this camp earlier, like at 220 or whatever, before the objective is anywhere close. So they're not going to get the split push value from it, and then you got a bruiser camp and they didn't. So, like, you'll push top a lot harder than this siege camp will. And you can clear this plenty of time before the objective.
Get our bruiser camp out now to help just push the lane.
Yes, they had 3 mid. Jaina's trying to go for the camp.
Okay.
I'm going long way.
I don't think we have enough time. We just gotta go straight for it.
And then, yeah, kind of ran out of time because
Okay, go ahead.
we're a little bit slow on it, but it's alright.
We're for it.
Wait for ETC.
Scott should be in this bottom right bush, I think. Especially since Crafty isn't here yet.
We're looking for a pick.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they're just able to walk in on you, and then you guys get really zoned off. Especially where Dahaka is right now is pretty awkward.
Bat, right?
So, yeah, now you 3 are out, and Crafty's still not out, and then Scott's going to take a bunch of damage here. Goes for the aggressive stun. Here, it looks like Gul'dan is my main target, and I would just boop slide, and then Tether's down and Shade is down, but you can just drop Blizzard and Silence on him, and you don't have Blaze Stun either, but you should be able to kill him, I think.
I think Blizzard's down.
too, because I was expecting someone to get pulled off that tether, and I think they were just out of range.
We're looking for a pick right off the bat, right?
Drop it here.
I see, yeah.
No tether.
Then you can still kill him.
Yeah,
Probably.
I think so, too.
Those
Shade-
Maya resets.
Shade might be close.
We need to push this wave out.
I would have at least tried to pressure him, though. Crafty, I think. He's not here, but... This is good, clearing this.
Daka's in the bush above.
Wait for your cooldowns to be up. Good check in the bush. Okay, now Crafty and Scott both just take one side of the bushes, basically, and step up. So this is good. Ignore the Hako, like, he's not going to do anything. You see Johanna, so you see their DPS, so now I'm just going to try and cut off them on the right side. And then the DPS can step in on this right bush, especially if drag is down. So you guys kind of get cut off. So yeah, like, you go around sort of awkwardly and can't really get on backline. Raynor is super deep in here, that I would just look on him. Gul'dan is low on mana too. Hold on, I'll rewind this back for a second.
I'm looking on the back line, looking on the back line.
Looking for your follow-up?
So yeah, I think the tanks aren't really zoning Dahaka very much, and they're not really engaging on the backline, and then Dahaka's just able to go on Rabid because he didn't really come in with the rest of you and got split up.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to do. I didn't want to use my cooldowns on him because he doesn't die to them.
Right, no, you can't. At this point, you just have to go in through the left side and just, like, help, or have Solskito and Scott probably peel for you. And just hope you don't die. But you just need to be in range to kill the DPS, pretty much. So yeah, at this point,
Like, do I just walk past him? And
I
ignore
would
him?
go up the left side at this point, where you are right now, where I paused it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think ideally you would have gone in on the right side as a team, but yeah, at this point, go up left is fine.
Daka's on me.
So yeah, at this point, I think the kill target is Gul'dan.
They're stuck in
Maev should be spamming Q a little bit more, I think. You kill him, body block him in this, that's good. Raynor's stuck here. Like, one tank will die, probably Crafty, but you guys can just auto-attack and kill him. He has no way out. So yeah, Blaze has a good job. You spread a heal onto Crafty too, so he should stay in here, I think. How does he get around you here? What?
Going to clear shrine.
Shrine.
Scott, you go middle.
This heal's big.
Oh, you get booped. I see. Well, yeah, I think if Crafty was in here on the right side too, he could boop either the Lucio away from coming in, or just boop the Raynor back again. And he probably doesn't get out here. Oh, he Qs also. You get Blizzard. And, oh, you do get the tether kill on him. So yeah, that's good.
Shrine.
Yeah, Blaze can leave immediately. Like, you call this out, but
Scott,
that's
you go
on
middle.
Scott that he should
Okay.
leave way fast in this. He's got like 7 autos on this minion now. Like, as soon as you get the first 2 kills, he can even leave, I think.
6 seconds
After
left.
5 autos, it's personal. He's got to finish it.
That's right. He even left the
like
minion
the-
at like 1 HP. He didn't
I
even
feel like that
finish.
team fight doesn't even have to be done. Like, once you get a kill, you know,
We have 7
on a
seconds.
DPS.
Gul'dan's pushing in.
Yeah, he can probably leave. Yeah. It's kind of like if he would have left earlier, this would have been better too, because he could have pushed the mid wave in faster and then come back top.
On Scott.
Because they are going to re-engage in on this. And Crafty just needs to stay in that bush where he was, where Gul'dan's E is right now. He should just stay standing there.
Over them.
Like, that's a really key thing to control, and he kind of gives it up
Waiting on Scott.
because he's waiting for Scott to come back. So yeah, Scott isn't able to full clear mid,
Do that.
and then you guys are trying to go in. You need to wait until Scott is here to do this, I think. Like, Gul'dan is stepped out pretty far, but Pi and Crafty are way far away from the DPS. And I think Gul'dan is a good target if he's out this far, but I think you just need to be a little more patient on this, or call it out a bit better. So yeah, you don't get the pull on Gul'dan. Crafty should be stepping in here too on the Gul'dan. Like, Raynor split from them, and Johanna's way up at the top of the screen here. So this is basically a 5-on-4. Blaze is going to come in from the right side, actually, and get a really good flank stun. And if you get a slide and silence underneath them, he should die again the same way as they did the first time, basically. Misses the stun, unfortunately. It would be better if he could follow it up off of Crafty's stun. That would make it a lot easier for him. But Crafty goes in after. You still kill Gul'dan here, I think.
Stunning. I'm on Gul'dan.
Gets follow-up stun, then you get
Lucio.
Maev resets. Who's here now? Crafty's here now. Nice.
What's going on?
We're doing VOD review.
Are you guys recording it?
Yes.
Cool. I won't be sticking around.
Okay. I will continue.
We're
then.
having a super soft birthday party.
Oh,
Nice.
you did it.
Yeah, we did do it.
Nice. Did you get the horse?
Didn't get the horse, but
What? You didn't get the horse?
got the tiara and the shoulder loofah thing.
Oh, I might have seen a picture of this birthday party.
I don't know how you would have seen it.
Are you wearing like a pink tiara and like floofy pink
That is accurate.
boa?
Yeah. It's called a boa.
Yeah.
How did you even see that?
I didn't see it. I just thought that was how I envisioned you would spend your
Oh.
birthday.
That is exactly accurate, actually. Yeah,
Anyway.
we had a cupcake making station and everything too.
Nice.
So yeah, at this point you got 2 kills again. Scott can peace out back to mid lane.
Back off, we don't need more. We don't need more.
Yep, good call to not chase by Crafty.
Pi, let me give you green. Pi.
I'm a little bit
Alright.
I'm a little bit upset that you came in for the one compliment.
I'm gonna
Missed all the flame, but it's
Was
all
there
right.
flame?
There's gonna be flame. It's okay.
Oh,
there already
good,
was some,
good.
but
There's a
Good.
I was gonna say
It's nice to have some sort of variation from the usual just pie comments.
leaving you guys. The hawk is bottom.
oh yeah. So yeah, Scott can leave like way earlier. He's the one finishing off the objective here for some reason.
there's a
That should be Maev, Solskito, and Crafty. I don't know why you guys are all autoing the wave minions.
Leaving
Like
you guys.
Jaina can come back. She's tapped. She can just come dump a blizzard on the lane minions. Like they'll die instantly. But you guys should have been autoing the shrine minions. But that's all right.
548.
So yeah, Pi and Crafty here were not very communicated on going on Gul'dan here.
Oh, and I thought I was going to pull him so that he stayed in the blizzard, and I pulled him just out of the blizzard.
548.
It like popped not the way I was expecting.
Oh
the tether.
yeah, it pops in the order that they spawn even. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well, it's more like the tether pulled him so far. I thought it was pulling him into it.
that's also something, by the way, Pi. In a situation like this, you could potentially have been mounted and looped around the bottom to that bush that's over by their fort, you know? And then
Yeah.
just walked in mounted to the Gul'dan and E'd out, and that way you get like the pull instantly.
Mhm.
Whereas instead of having to like walk up to him and then walk back, which he can also follow you, walking towards you sort of too. And that's also like if you had gotten a group pull on like Raynor and Gul'dan, for example, is you'll pull both of them like instantly when you take the shade, rather than having their pulls be like staggered sort of
Mhm.
based on who hits the edge first, you know. So that would potentially have been an option here too. I mean, maybe Crafty could have even gone with you.
I didn't think the wall
I
was
think-
broken in time.
I think they would be up on the ruse if you did that. But yeah, and the wall was kind of slow, but it's all right. You get a slide, you get a boop and counter boop. Rabid's in for the globe. I love it.
The timer on the
38 right now.
Nobody else
Sneaky.
was gonna do it.
And then yeah, you didn't really call the timer out here very well.
I did. I called it. You can hear it earlier. I just called it wrong. I added
Oh
an
yeah,
extra
you
10
called it
seconds.
as 48, yeah, instead of
Yeah.
38. Yeah.
Right now.
Blind.
What I meant more was like somebody's asking like, when is jump? And you're like, right now, which is not the comms you want. You want it to be like jump in 3, jump in 2, or whatever. But yeah, it was also because you missed.
Well, I
it
would have
earlier.
counted down 3, 2, 1.
Right, if you had-
540 something. But
Yeah. So, but that's all right.
Ooh, that blind just ended.
Mm-hmm.
Timer on the
38.
Yeah, I was gonna say Maev also got kind of countered by Johanna here pretty hard. Yeah, you got blinded, and then yeah, you tether at the end of the blind. Just could have
It
been
is a
more patient
bummer.
on that.
I didn't realize I was blinded.
Yeah, I think Crafty should have followed you around to the right side here and tried to cut off their escape, because that means Gul'dan is going to be split from them, and that's like the way he wants to boop, like Raynor from the right side anyway, right? I think he's thinking that he can slide through and do it, and you'll probably pull him as well.
I
Then the
think
pull
he was
doesn't.
expecting the tethers to pull them upwards.
Right.
think you're right though. Going
Yeah,
around the right
even
side
then,
is
I
still
think
the right
going around
choice.
the right side would be better here. Yeah.
Win anymore.
Dropping the blizzard.
But,
Is that
yeah,
what-
the blizzard is good. Helps you disengage.
Sorry, everyone.
Poking cues on the way out.
Called the wrong time.
You guys are a level up,
Taka's here.
so early game has gone pretty well.
Next shrine is going to be either mid or bot. We need to make sure we get our bruiser out for that.
Yep, good call on getting Bruiser out, because next shrine is mid or bottom.
How are we handling? I guess I'm transitioning to top again.
I'm going up there.
Yeah, Scott should go top, and then Crafty just stays down. Yeah, okay, good. We could have Rabid go bottom here, probably. He's a little bit scared of doing that rotation, I think. Okay, it's
We need
fine.
to go straight to bottom if we're gonna contest it.
Well, you guys don't want to fight this before 10.
We lost their camp. We need to go straight to bottom if we're gonna contest it.
I think you just like delay right here, right?
I
Yeah,
think that was our thought process. Is like we weren't going to hard commit to it, but like if they gave us the fight at 10, we would look for it.
well,
then
Rabid
when
should
they grab
go Blizzard the Wave right now to get you level 10.
Fair enough.
And Pi can clear this. So yeah, he uses Blizzard on the camp too.
We've got 10.
Sweet.
Should I pull the trigger?
Yeah, we have an advantage here.
They're mid. They're
Scott, can you get the mid soak?
Yeah. I picked bunker.
Okay,
Rangers
push
in
this in.
top. Rangers showing top.
Yes,
Every one of
Scott.
my massive shove attempts, I think, gets queued by Rainer in this game. It's insane.
Oh, that's unlucky. I mean, it's also just him being good at doing that, I guess. But here you have Scott go to get mid soak. Yeah, I think that's a good call because you want him to be able to rotate in faster than Rainer if you're up level 10s anyway. But you don't have a
What was
wave bottom, which is kind of awkward. You could have maybe tried to hold the cap on the bottom camp until the wave came so that they couldn't clear it for free.
what was like the plan with the level 10s?
It doesn't really seem like there was one, and I'm not sure there could have really been one. Like,
Right. There's nothing to take on the map.
There's
other
nothing
than
to
just running
take.
our face at their buildings.
yeah,
That's what I mean. It's like maybe
you
like,
could have
take mid well.
potentially, yeah, like pushed something, but I think if anything, I would, yeah, midwell is an option. I mean, bottom with the camp sounds good, but then the wave timings were just awkward.
Yeah.
You could have maybe even tried to just say Blaze come down and you guys rotate up and just go back to top lane and try and push down the fort with 10.
Okay.
That's maybe an option. I'm not sure if... Because Dahaka dug down here, I believe, after they lost the objective. So I'm not sure if he would have dig up in time. But they're probably going to have at least 2 bottom to defend your camp that you just got. So if they're having 2 bottom, then it's like 4-on-3 top side. So yeah, I think you had a couple options there of something you could have gotten maybe, but here I think Pi should go around the right side in like the vent bush by their camp. You see Dahaka walking there, but like for example, he could have just come around the corner mounted and then been pretty much out of vision and gotten on Lucio here and then been able to shade out, or on Gul'dan maybe. And I think that's just an easier angle to like cut them off with the shade the further out you are, and then you can always shade back if you have to and you can't look for anything. Crafty also is kind of in a weird position here in the bush that he's at. I think it'd be good for him to step up right now on the bottom side of the lane to like force them in the top side where Pi is. And then he can stay mounted and just like walk around the back of these minions and then like slide in once Pi gets a tether. But you need to have them be where the Jaina is, because Jaina is the least mobile one right now. So corralling them towards Pi would be good. So yeah, this was like almost good. It's just kind of uncoordinated, I think. Which isn't the end of the world, but...
We got 10s now, though. We can go back to rotations.
I think one thing that would have been helpful is I think the expectation in this game was that I was all the setup.
Mhm.
And I think it was just so hard to sometimes get set up that I think it would have been maybe nice to have a Blaze flank into my to help set up me, or like Crafty to set up me rather than me be the constant setup.
Yeah. And I talked to Crafty a lot about that
okay.
later that night. I think, I'm not sure who was there or not, but anyway. And yeah, I discussed that with him, that basically, like, either one of you can be the setup or the initiate. It's just like whichever one has the better look on it and like the position to do it, I guess, or whatever, depending on how your enemies are positioned. But yeah, like it's right now it was a lot on you and him following up, and I think he should have pulled the trigger more, and then you could have followed up a lot easier and stuff. And that was also how he got poked down a lot in those fights, was he would be waiting on you to initiate or whatever, and then like 5 seconds would go by, and then he would be at half HP, and then the initiate would happen. Whereas like if he just pulled the trigger as soon as he saw an opportunity, he maybe gets poked down like 20%. But then the initiate also just happens when they're out of position. So like if he's down 20% HP at that point, it doesn't really matter because you're going to blow somebody up instantly. So
yeah,
they aren't going to
But I
really
think
have
we-
the damage to return the kill as much.
Rainer coming back.
Mhm. And by late game, we had trained them that I was the setup, basically. Like, they were basically just watching me, and they had so much to prevent me from getting a tether between blinds, Rainer Q, Lucio Boop, Horrify. I honestly, I didn't get isolated that much, so that wasn't a big problem. It was issues for others. Yeah, I think that would have helped if we had some diversity in how we did it for that reason.
So here, like, you're going on to Haka. He's a hard kill target, but I think it's possible. You have 4 people here, and he's out pretty far.
He's at 50% of the lane. Like that.
Yeah.
He should die.
He should be able to die here. It's going to be close, though, but, like, you'll have to execute it well, is what I'm saying. So
Sure.
you basically have to hold Blizzard until after his burrow.
Okay.
And probably Silence also. He's going to have to burrow something, and it's probably either a slide, a boop, or a tether. And so right now it looks like he's going to have to burrow a tether, and then Crafty can slide and boop out of that. So that's what he does. We haven't used Silence or Blizzard yet. As long as Crafty doesn't get interrupted on this slide by a Rainer Q, he should be able to go in here. So yeah, he gets a slide, you get a Silence, you get a boop back in the Silence.
Body blocking could have been a little bit.
Yeah, Crafty should body block here.
I also missed my initial Q, I think, when he...
Pie's body blocking pretty well. Yeah, Crafty's just not really stutter stepping at all in these auto attacks. I think he's autoing a minion maybe here once or twice also.
This Horrify felt bad.
I could have done ring on the burrow as well. That may have been what we needed to do.
Yeah, you might have to.
I think
I didn't
ring
think we
right
would.
Crafty-
now.
Crafty could mosh off this slide as well.
If he goes for the Rainer instead and gets both.
Yeah, if he's a little bit more far forward. Like, he doesn't need the stun on the Dahaka. He more just needs to get in front of him and boop him back into the Silence. And then, yeah, he looks for a mosh on Rainer. Or Maiev Cage comes down. Yeah, basically, I think you probably have to use an ult here, I think, in hindsight. It looks like Crafty's the best option to me. Because I think Rainer Q happens. Yeah, he uses it there on Pi. So yeah, Rainer Q doesn't have a Q here, so... Yeah, he could rip Mosh here, like after the Silence even. Just Mosh, like...
I
think-
would drop ring right now. Does that happen?
He gets stunned by Bless Shield, and then condemned, I think, into a Horrify.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's hard. That's real hard.
Yep. By that point, Crafty was already gone.
Yeah.
Yep. That sucks.
So yeah, like, you guys just have to commit to the blow up fast, I think, on Dahaka there. I mean, there's a chance that they even get 1 or 2 return kills, though. It's mostly just because you don't know where they are, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you see them come up from bottom, but they are still clearing bottom and probably not mounted. So to me, it looks like you have time to do this. Plus, I would have expected Rainer would be top here. Like, I don't think there's a reason for him to come mid. So that's also just kind of unlucky.
On the Dahaka still?
4 or 5 is still up. I'm dead.
But yeah, pretty much like they use ults and you don't, which is how you lose the fight.
Those are all down.
Careful, Blaze, careful, Blaze.
Yep, good call on the Blaze.
They're on camp.
Yeah, you guys can't stop them on the camp. One just needs to go bottom and get the soak.
Camp doesn't matter.
Yeah, that camp, like, does nothing. Suski is doing a good job getting mid soak.
Scott's gonna have a bit of
Care, Soskito?
during that.
I'm just getting close enough for XP.
I'm going top to clear it.
Cool.
I got that.
They're probably going to their camp next.
Yep,
I imagine.
they should be on their camp.
They should be.
Oh, good. The tower was shooting. Alright, small XP lead.
Oh yeah, Crafty I think went Pinball Wizard this game. It's good for burst, but I think generally Echo Petal is better. The problem with Pinball Wizard is it basically forces you to always go Q and then W as ETC. And like sometimes you want to hold the W and then you don't get the damage bonus, or sometimes you want a W and then Q. And yeah, like he could Q in, for example, and then like ring gets dropped, and then he Ws as ring is getting dropped and it knocks them out of the ring or something. So it's also just like it baits you into using your abilities potentially wrong and causing more issues than it actually helps with.
I could see, especially since we have a hold them in the circle comp.
Yeah.
That could be difficult.
You want to be able to hold your knock them out of the circle type stuff. Yeah. Crafty's doing a good job anchoring. I think it would be better if he was in the further up bush, technically, but.
Okay, can we just focus it down?
And then Scott needs to come up earlier on this too. I think Crafty needs to stay back. Same with Pi. Here, I think if your call is like, especially with where Blaze is, the call to clear the camp is fine, but let it push into you more. You guys step out really far here. And now, like, Pi was anchoring actually pretty good where he was, which is down here.
Safe soak mid.
Hi, Rainer.
Like, where he was right now. That he would have seen this flank coming in also, so he could have just stayed down there.
They're gonna start the point before us, probably.
Okay, can we just focus it down?
So yeah, I don't really understand why Pi comes up, but that's the main problem with this is like your anchors stop anchoring at the one time where they engage, and also Scott is split from you, so they get a 5-on-4 here. But like, you know they're on the objective, basically. Like, that's everything that they've been setting up to do for the past 2 minutes, stealing your camp and getting their camp. So you know where...
That's why we all just tried to fast clear the camp.
Right,
thought they would be
but
on
I
the
mean, you know
objective.
where they're coming from, and like stepping out this far when they're right next to you there is, I think, asking for this to happen, especially without the anchors anchoring, so this is kind of awkward. What happened there? ETC booped him out of the shove?
Coming up to you
Right
guys.
there.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unlucky.
Every single one of my shoves failed this
I
game.
know.
You can watch every one of them failed for
Yeah.
a different reason, maybe, but everyone failed. It sucked.
Out.
Actually, I think I maybe pushed a Haka once.
And Pi gets stunned. Yeah, you know, you got like one or two of them off.
Oh, that Horrify was so frustrating because I had so many resets.
So, yeah, here, like, your job is just to get out. Pi shades back, you get the boop. To me, it looks like right now that you're all probably safe.
Yeah.
So I'm confused as to how this goes so poorly.
I'm about to get Horrified right now.
The stun to Horrify.
Done into Horrify, yeah.
Pull him out.
Bless shield into Horrify. So Ring is pretty good though. I see Rainer and Gul'dan are possibly going to get hit by it. I think Rainer will at least. And that's also closer to where Crafty is. And who is that? Jaina, I think, down there. That's how you're dropping this ring.
I had to peel him.
Granted,
Disconnecting because he thinks that the roboting is amazing, but you're roboting on everybody. So I don't know. I hate UTC.
alright, well, I can't understand that because you're robot-y, so. I'll give it a second.
Oh, that wasn't just me who heard.
On it's on Riokaii side.
Everybody's a robot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I keep leaving and coming
I
back.
know. I see you doing it, and I'm like, you're trying to fix a problem that's not yours.
Okay, because the other day it was me.
Okay,
so-
no, it's a little better now. I think it was just Discord for a second.
Okay.
Does it sound better? We're good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Rabid, Crafty, and Scott here, I think should all look on Raynor. What's his name gets cleansed? Gul'dan, he gets high-fived. So yeah, I would
high five out of.
The ring.
the ring and the silence, I think, yeah.
I don't see him in either when he's getting high fived.
He almost gets hit by the ring, and he gets pulled
Oh,
back.
actually,
It didn't actually unstoppable anything.
Yeah. Oh, he uses it on the blaze stun here,
Punch
maybe?
out at the moment.
No, he doesn't. Okay, I don't know.
No,
He's just pressing buttons because they're fun to press. I don't know. Anyway,
I'm helping.
I'm helping. Press the R button. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I think going on Raynor here would have been good. He's split furthest from his tank. And Gul'dan's already used his Horrify and stuff, so he's kind of like not as much of a threat. Whereas Raynor can still do a bunch of damage, especially to Jaina right here. But yeah, most of all, don't go on Johanna.
Come on, Joe, at the moment.
I'm chunked.
I'm bumping right here.
And then yeah, the tanks keep going in at that point. Okay, well at least only one person dies there still. But the tanks got chunked a bit harder than they should have. Scott's here going in 1v1ing Raynor. If Crafty and Solskito had gone around here, maybe you guys maybe could have gotten a pick on Raynor. Gul'dan's on the point right now.
Can you go back? Comms didn't really communicate that we needed to continue fighting somebody here.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much just Scott here sees the Raynor still stepped up really far.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize he was even doing that. And I
Yeah.
was dead.
Okay. I was wondering if Scott said anything, but it didn't
No.
seem like he did.
He did not.
Nowhere near our tank right now.
Rabbit is very dangerously walking past this bush, because if I'm Johanna or Dahaka, I'm sitting in that bush.
Absolutely.
And you see Lucio and Gul'dan, and I think one other person on the point, but I can't tell who it is. But yeah, Dahaka should have been in there and picked off Jaina. Just get a tongue and pull her back. Or Johanna. Either one, both. So yeah, here again, like Scott is split off from you guys. I think you guys all want to come in from either the bottom side or the left side here. And so you're giving, so Jaina's going back bottom. You can soak back top. That's fine. I think giving here is the right call. Pi should definitely be the one to tank the jump.
I think he does perfectly, like all game.
Yep, he does. So shoutouts to Pi. Trading.
Easier to time than living bombs.
I was gonna say, Punishers every time easy. Kel'Thas bombs, those are a little trickier, but
That's too hard. That's the next level coursework.
yeah, that's the advanced class there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I see Blaze coming down. This would be a juicy flank, but you don't want to flank here because you would be suiciding. So this is fine. Good slow. Just zone him off and clear the wave as much as you can. I think. How does Crafty even end up here? He gets pulled by Dahaka. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys don't have ults yet. You're like 10 seconds, 20 seconds away.
If Mosh was up, that'd be perfect.
Possibly.
I'm pulling.
Till John Cena.
Yeah, until he stomps the Goomba stomps the ETC.
I'm pulling.
Okay. So he gets chunked, but he slides out. That's fine, I think. And then jump comes in. Okay, if the other team is actually good, two of you die from this jump, unfortunately. So you guys should time it not only when attacking, but also when defending.
I called jumps in 5.
Okay. Yeah, I think one of you called that it was like soon. But yeah,
My
here
exact words were jump in 5.
you just want to be, I think, a little bit more spread that 2 people don't get stunned here. Almost Rabid gets stunned too. She uses Blessed Shield there. And then Scott goes in deep here. I don't really know why. The stun goes down. He just jets in, I think.
He's trying to finish the function.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to like just
Stall
Ooh.
them,
Off of
and then
the
they like
follow-up.
dodged it, and he was in too deep.
Alright, so
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. That Blizzard and Shove are fine.
Hey, it worked.
Yep.
not too bad.
On the Joe, he is her thing is down.
Yeah, Joe's now permaslowed. If you can get a jet on her, you could maybe kill her there. Okay. He doesn't go for that one, I don't know why. But you had, if he jet and then Crafty follows up, you probably kill her, but that's okay. Good job scouting the camp.
I'm so pushed out. I'm gonna join.
Good job checking bushes, anchoring bushes.
They don't have that show.
You see Dahaka top, Gul'dan
We
bottom.
go to bottom. Get the mosh back up.
Let's do it. Tight corridors.
See Scott. Scott's positioning here is really good, actually.
Alright, they're gonna see me coming.
I think he needs to just walk out of this bush and go straight on them onto the point.
Tight corridors.
He like stops in this
They're gonna
bush,
see me
sort of.
coming in here.
Okay, he's going down the right side. That's good. He's looking on Lucio here. He can get booped out of a charge. Oh, she just tanks it with Unstoppable. Yeah, that's fine. But you guys get the camp because of it. So yeah, that was good. Now Scott can just recall. Like, I don't know why Scott's clearing the wave. Scott just needs to recall and go top. He mounts up.
Rainer's out of position.
You guys are looking for picks here. I see a wave crashing in top. It's not getting soaked. Blaze dismounts himself to clear another wave, even though we have like Blizzard and stuff on it. So yeah, Scott needs to go top way sooner than this. You lost the whole wave top. This is fine. You see 2 mid. Crafty and Pi can go look in the right side vent here. And then Solskito also probably stays mounted in the bush right where Crafty is standing. And then Rabid just dumps a Blizzard on the wave. Like this. This is good. You're trying to like bait them in here, but I think they're rotating down through that vent right now, and I think they would have face checked you. But instead, this guy's positioning is so ridiculous. He's insane. I even called this out in the scouting to Pi. I was like, VDZ, he's the good Cassia player. He's gonna hit you with Valkyries, be scared of him. But also, he'll face check you. A lot. And so, just wait in a bush and kill him. And,
I was salivating when I
yeah,
saw him coming.
I was like, oh, he's doing exactly the thing I thought he would. He gets pulled out of the thing, but that's fine. This is a good mosh. I don't think Crafty really called that he was moshing here, but it's okay. I think here you're fine to just back out. He gets feared in. It's kind of awkward. You
Good body
already
blocking. Kill this Joe.
already got the kill on the Rainer, so I think if Ring was going to come down, I
I was
would
trying to rip the Lucio so we could kill him too.
Right.
But I thought I had more time on the mosh, but he gets horrified out of it.
right. I would have tried placing it like right now even, and I would just say
Okay.
like he should call out that he's moshing, and you can call it that you're using Ring, and then Pi can look to not tether or pull the tether, you know.
Sure.
And I would drop Ring pretty much right on the shrine beacon spire
Right.
thingy, and that way the circle pretty much probably hits Rainer and Lucio. And that way, if they're dodging it, they're like they can't run in very easily. Like it'll probably still hit the edge of them because that thing is blocking the middle. And then yeah, they either have to run down into you or left, which is farthest away from their team, and into your side of the map easier. So there's pretty much no good way for them to dodge a Ring if you place it there. I think even if like you had dropped Ring there and he got pulled out, he might have even gotten hit by Ring, but maybe he'll probably just die anyway to Pi because he can just die to an auto attack or something. But yeah, I think if Ring comes down earlier there, you kill Lucio too.
Yeah.
I think that's all we get.
Yeah, Scott like does not call out that he's flanking or stunning here at all.
Oh no.
Because you guys are like, oh, that's all we get, we're fine, and then Scott's like landing a 3-person stun.
I can grab this.
But this is good call by Pi. Gets a grab, beautiful silence, and then a little bit awkward. We knock him out of the silence. They get pulled back into the silence. It's a little bit okay.
Nice.
Still get the kill.
What do we get for this? Just push this in, maybe.
Scott goes back top. We're missing another wave top right now. Okay. He needs to be faster on rotating. Like, he comes in, he gets the flank, he gets the stun, gets the kill, leaves. Peace out. My work here is done. Cape meme here. Kill the well. Okay, invading the camp is fine too, because you're up 16. Yeah, this is fine. Kill this guy. He's face checking you again. Okay, he actually did a good Q there. I respect it. But it means you get the camp for free. Good job by Crafty. Okay, yeah. I don't know why the Haka dug to the bushy dug here. But
I
he did...
expected him.
I know. I don't.
Went? I was like, this is where he's digging. It's
I know. I know. So Skeeto is actually like on top of this, and then he's like, "Surprise! I'm in a worse bush." But like, what is he doing? He dug in, and like, this is his godly flank with this dig. Is that he walks next to Crafty? Like, he's not even autoing him. He's just standing next to him. He's hugging him for warmth. I don't understand.
Dahaka wants a
That was the weirdest fight. Okay, anyway. So yeah, you almost got a free Rainer kill, because he almost face checked you. And you got Dahaka to dig, which is good. Okay, so like, I want to remind everyone that we not only were up a level, but we also hit 10 first, and won a Punisher, and got like 4 kills on the Punisher fight, and yet somehow they've caught up in experience.
Because we have a fort dead.
True.
I think I read it takes 5 minutes for the passive XP from a dead fort to
Yep.
equal the XP it would give you from the last pre-change.
Yep, I believe
And
that's
so
correct.
every minute after that is just mega free XP.
But I mean, it was also Scott probably missed like 2.5 or 3 waves of XP total at this
Yeah.
point. So
Alright, I need that vision.
yep. So this initiate was good by Crafty and Scott. Like, they're both going in on these bushes as they should, like right at the same time even. You guys are mounted up, ready to follow in after them. Although Skito's not mounted up, he should be mounted up, but that's fine.
I need that vision.
Yep, 5 seconds on.
Oh, you got dismounted from something. Oh, because you checked the bush with your noodle thing. So yeah. Here we see Dahaka Johanna and
The vision.
Lucio on the right side. I think Crafty can loop around the right side maybe, or Pi can loop around the right side. But then Rainer is up here, like super far back, deep into this shrine, basically. Like, he's never getting out of this shrine, basically. He's rooted himself in place at the back, and he's just like, I either live here or I die here. Because there's no way he's walking out. Lucio's on the left side. So yeah, here I would loop around the right side, and then Pi and Crafty, one goes around the right side, one goes around the left side. Scott's going to go around the left side, and you just all are going on this Rainer here. Like, the Haka's on the left side, he's not going to do anything. So yeah, Pi's looking around the right side here. He like gets vision for a second and then loses vision right as Crafty's walking in. I don't know why Scott's walking back. He has no reason to ever be scared of a Dahaka.
Isolation. Silenced and can't see.
It's him right there.
I see. Okay.
I think that's like a habit. Whenever you get isolated, you just run away.
Walk,
Even though you're
yeah, you walk back. Yeah. That's pretty awkward, actually.
I mean, you can still see that, like, Dahaka from his viewpoint.
It's
right
just
there.
Dahaka, yeah. But he can't really
Like-
see where the 4 of you are.
Well, you're not completely blinded.
It's pretty close.
Effectively.
You can
Yeah.
see, like, melee range, and that's about it.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I still see Crafty and Pi going on Rainer here. Rabid can... Ideally, he would have been where Crafty's sort of standing right now, or by Pi.
Okay.
But he gets kind of zoned off by this Dahaka, so maybe you have to go around the right side here. But yeah, this engage doesn't come out. So yeah, now he's not only isolated, he gets dragged, and then Rainer, like, look at where Crafty is right now. He's going to get free. Rainer's going to free hit him. And chunk Crafty here. So yeah, you guys like needed to go on Rainer. At this point, Crafty's chunked out right as Pi is going in. So if Crafty just like slides Rainer here, it stops him from autoing a ton in the back. And you guys are trying to go on Gul'dan. Crafty's way over here on the left side getting zoned by Dahaka. So you guys had like such a good setup on this positioning wise on this Rainer. You get a good Jaina combo on him. I think Crafty could have gone in the bunker too.
Killed it. I'm silenced. I'm bunkering as soon as I'm out.
So yeah, Crafty can run to the bunker at this point. He could call this bunker earlier. Like just say I'm ISO'd, I'm bunkering or something. Well, I don't know. He tried to call it, but yeah, Crafty should have ran to it. He got booped away from it too, but
I think this is also a situation where I'm a different person than everyone else.
you're kind of robot-y again.
It's you.
Yeah.
Everybody's wrong.
Yeah, same.
Oh, it's Rabbit then. I don't know.
It's everybody to me.
Oh, so it's the server.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Okay, it's good now.
Tis indeed better. Let me check.
Anyway, what you were saying, this is something of you going in or them waiting on you to be the setup?
Well, it's another situation where we went to different people. So like I go back to the Gul'dan and everyone else is on the Rainer. And this is actually very similar to everything else. It's like I have now E'd and tethered, and my Q won't reset on Rainer because he's isolated, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do in the fight now.
I mean, the answer is not E and tether on the Gul'dan, to E and tether on the Rainer. And at that
Right.
point, they shouldn't need your Q to kill him. But yeah, if Crafty like was able to be closer to this bunker, and if he and you both didn't get chunked out, then you would be able to, like, right here, you're going to blow up Rainer, I think, pretty much. And at that point, the fight is a bit easier to win.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, right as you're entering this area here,
Alright, I need that vision.
again, Solskito would want to be mounted. But right now, if he had walked in, for example, with Crafty Pie and Scott, he could have shoved the Dahaka left side of this fight. And maybe he gets interrupted by Johanna. Like, maybe she used Blessed Shield or something for it. But if she's using Blessed Shield on that, then it's not happening on Mosh. And then he is not getting ISO'd or dragged or anything. But yeah, I think if Dahaka's a problem, Massive Shove is a pretty good answer to it. And it doesn't need to go a million miles to be effective. It just needs to get him away for 2 or 3 seconds, you know. But yeah.
I'm bunkering as soon as I'm out.
Right, I'm looking at the back line.
Killed it. I'm silenced. I'm bunkering as soon as I'm out.
So yeah, like, I think you already should have been on Rainer here for like 2 seconds, and then you're saying you're looking on backline. But yeah, at that point, Crafty's already too chunked out.
I'm zoned off by
Rainer.
I'm not sure if Rabid popped Icy Veins here. But I think I would have popped Icy Veins, and I think Solskito silences not on Rainer as
I
well.
didn't silence Rainer. I was trying to silence the 3-man, but
Right.
they like moved when I cast the ability. I don't know how they all bumped left.
He's pulling them.
Tethered.
Oh, he tethered them. Okay, I was
Yeah.
trying to just silence all 3 of them. I didn't know there was a tether coming. I mean,
Right.
I know you said you're looking at backline, but like,
I
this
mean,
is a
yeah, it's just the
chaotic
the camera positioning and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for you to want to silence Gul'dan and Lucio, especially. But I believe you have low blow, which means it would do a ton of damage to Rainer as like an execute here.
as soon as he gets to 30%, yeah.
Yeah,
Which should
and
be
that
about
would
then.
that would pretty much have finished him off. Especially if Crafty's coming in. Like, Crafty should say that he's coming in to Mosh on this or something. He doesn't really call that out.
Did that blaze stun hit?
It
It's the one
might have
before
hit.
that.
It might have hit Gul'dan, but Rainer's
It was-
definitely
it was-
dead. Or the one before it.
That one. Yeah. I just thought it looked
Bunkering as
weird.
soon as I'm out.
Right, I'm looking at the back line.
I'm zoned off by
Rainer.
Oh, unstoppable.
It hits, yeah, Johanna, and she's unstoppable. Yeah, I think it does get Gul'dan there. But yeah, you killed Rainer pretty much 100 to 0 with just Jaina damage. Like, no silence damage, no ETC damage at all, no Maev damage, no Blaze damage pretty much, maybe like a tiny bit. So yeah, like, at this point you're pretty much trading 1-for-1 because you have Pi, Scott, Rabid, and Solskito all still in the fight. Crafty's kind of chunked out, so it's like 1-for-1, but Lucio is also chunked out. So it's almost as if you're up 2-1 at this point.
Pi's at like 1 HP down there.
Yeah, I have like pretty much nothing.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna miss this. A very like stressful fight is about to happen between me and Lucio.
Yeah, I think they catch it on the broadcast
Do
or
they?
whatever. I think you kill him or could have killed him. I don't remember. I would
Yes,
have to
it
watch
was
it
like-
back.
There were some slight mishaps between both me and the Lucio.
Yeah, where it
where
was like
either of
you
us
just
could
needed to
kill.
auto him once more or something. But yeah, it was like
Yeah.
really close to 100 HP either way or something. Yeah. Yeah, the Gul'dan damage is just a lot here. And it's kind of unfortunate because it's a combination of Jaina having to step in extra far and not having a front line. Like here, for example. Like, you're full HP here, but you're having to chase the Rainer, who should have already been dead.
Yeah.
And then your tank's also getting chunked out as well.
I thought I could get the Lucio too. Otherwise, if I had like left sooner, Gul'dan got
That makes
Maybe on
sense
me.
as well. Yeah, because I can't
then
see
he
how low
skates
Lucio
past
is,
me.
but I do see that he's super low here. Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
do
You drop
get
a
him.
Blizzard as well.
Bam.
You do get him, so yeah, that's good. So you trade 2 for 2, pretty much. But yeah, Crafty and Pi are pretty much chunked out. You can maybe heal up. Crafty can't step in. Like, I don't know, he's crazy. Okay, but yeah, they got Punisher. So, also before all this starts, so the shrine's like counting down here. I don't think you guys can do your Bruiser Camp. Did I already say this? I don't remember.
No.
Okay, but yeah, like being set up on the objective ahead of time is pretty important. So yeah, Crafty's like late here, but you guys should have just all gone on the shrine here. I remember
It
this
does
now.
get fort for free. They don't clear it.
And then let's clear the wave and then look.
Technically, you guys also pretty much give up like 20 minions on the shrine to clear theirs in order for that to happen.
Bring it up. I don't think
Like here, I would just boop the shaman camp
fine.
with ETC into the towers so that it dies.
Continue clearing wave.
And then at that point, like, it might get a tower or two before it dies. But right now they're already ahead 10-0. And then by the time you guys actually initiate, they're ahead like 25-0. So you guys just waited around here a lot. Like, they're up 17-0 now. He's going in for vision.
Raider thing. Kill the Raider.
And then here comes the ISO. And here's the drag.
I'm bunkering as soon as I'm out.
Okay, I'm looking at the back line.
And then ETC's out. And then Shade is in right now. And they're already up like 29-4. So you just waited like
what's
a long time on the shrine, I think, here.
I'm trying to figure out what this bunker's doing.
He's using it after this drag.
Bunkering as soon as I'm out.
Yeah, I think he just assumed they were gonna try to follow up on the Dahaka stuff on
Right.
Blaze, and instead they're all just on Crafty,
Mhm.
which he probably didn't realize because again,
He was ISO'd and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
And he doesn't really know the positioning as well.
The bunker would have been good for Crafty if it had been used.
Yeah, it could have helped him as well. I think, again, that's kind of just like, he seems sort of scared of Dahaka, and you all kind of seem scared of Dahaka, and you don't really need to be. Because you should be able to get past him without him doing too much, but yeah. Anyway, so that, it's like, this fight kind of goes badly because you waited too long to be able to take this fight, I think. And then, like, if the fight had
On the
I gotta
Lucio.
get well.
ended the way it did, like the fight goes pretty much the same way, it doesn't even go, like, ideally, obviously, you guys still made mistakes before this point. But then instead of them being up 35-11 and you guys having to give, maybe it's like 17-17 or something, you know? And yeah, your camp wouldn't have gotten the fort, but I think them getting Punisher here is pretty bad. It's an arcane Punisher also.
They're gonna get it.
But it's also just like your comp pretty much needs Jaina alive to defend the Punishers, because she's your only real damage for it.
It's also continuous.
Ty, what do we need to do to get you in there? We delay too long and I get poked down.
Pi tanks this again. Crafty almost walks into it though.
Yeah, I was trying. Oh,
So yeah, they're not pushing with this for some reason. Like, Gul'dan could just kill this for... I guess they don't have a wave, but still, they should have... Yeah, it was good to call out careful for flanks here, because I don't know what they're doing.
I'll pull trigger.
Where did they go?
That's why I said careful flying.
They went to bot camp. What? Oh, okay. And siege camp. Dahaka just soloed bot camp, I see.
Sorry, I got isolated in it.
They're gonna be on our other camp. We need to clear bottom.
I'll go bottom. But I'm afraid to.
Hmm.
I think we can... They can save and clear minion waves.
But you guys are pretty much even on structures right now. Slightly ahead in experience, I think.
Okay.
You'll want to clear out mid at some point, but yeah, they are pushing bot pretty hard. Pi just walks into a drag here.
Do. I'm gonna pull the trigger.
It's really tough hearing
Okay.
like we shouldn't be afraid of Dahaka, and then oh we just got destroyed by Dahaka, like in the same VOD review. I don't know what to do about him or what not to do about him. Is it just like you need to get good and figure out what the difference is?
You need to engage on his backline, and then if they're dead, like, he won't kill all of you, right? Like, there's no way he ever kills all of you. He might isolate and drag one person and get a counter kill, but then you're ahead like 4 people to 4 people or whatever, but they have a damage dead, and then a Dahaka that just has to sit there autoing you, like he's used all his cooldowns and stuff. I mean, if you group up and they get like horrifies and stuff like that, basically like their damage being alive is the way you guys lose the fights. It's not the Dahaka, it's that the Dahaka is keeping his damage alive, if that makes sense. This looks like it could be dangerous just for a horrify based on where you're positioning. Okay.
So if we're not
Spread
focusing
out.
the Dahaka, it means we need to be sure that we kill the DPS.
Yeah, like the one gank mid, like I said, you pretty much have to use everything to kill Dahaka if he's like alone. But if he's with his team, like there's no way you're ever killing him, I think, as well. So it's like, even if he is a threat, there's no way you kill him if you dump everything on him. And if you dump everything on him and don't kill him, then also his DPS is then completely free to just kill you. So you have to kill the DPS, basically. And then you have to kill Dahaka eventually, or you just never kill him. And that's just an accepted fact, I guess. Like,
I feel like if Dahaka doesn't get a tongue on either of the DPS or Susketo, he's not doing his job. So like,
I would agree. Yeah, he's probably
You
not
just-
being effective.
you just have Scott just walk to him.
Is this the first game?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that previous fight where Scott got ISO'd and dragged was like the ideal circumstance.
Yeah, like that's
for
like what
Dahaka.
you want to happen. Yeah, like by the end of that, Scott was still like 80% HP, and Dahaka used he used an ult to get him at 80% HP.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's like, yeah, that's a good trade, obviously. So yeah, she uses Blessed Shield there. He burrows out. He now has the moving burrow, so yeah, you can't kill him like ever at this point.
Is that the talent you're supposed to take at that tier?
Stunning.
I don't know for sure. I think it's okay.
It's flexible.
Yeah.
I never ever took that talent on Dahaka.
You
Ever.
trade the damage on your auto attacks for it.
Bunkering.
right?
Yeah, that's a really strong talent. Crafty gets a huge 3-person slide after this, though. I don't know why this bunker comes down.
Stunning. Bunkering.
What's up right now?
Ring,
Scott's not here.
cage. He jets in, but gets splash shielded, condemned.
Perfect. That's good.
Mosh isn't up here on Crafty.
So you just
Here I would have Solskito walk in towards the bunker and try and shove the Johanna upright. Ideally, you send her through that gap in the shrine, but it doesn't really matter if she hits that wall. But if Johanna's split off from her damage right now, I think you guys just kill them all. Like, Maev shades in here, drops cage, you drop a ring and a blizzard in the cage, and you just kill Gul'dan at least. You need to have some sort of CC to interrupt the Horrify from coming out. So you have
Your
to
full
shove.
robot.
Oh,
It's back again, I think, though.
okay.
Everyone is.
Is it
Let
good?
me. Their user settings. Let me look at.
It's happening to everybody, Pi.
Right, that's why I'm looking at.
Well,
the
I
server
think
real
I was
quick.
gonna say there's a way to change the server like host region thing. Yeah.
It says
Yeah.
we're in US Central right now.
Yeah, let's try this.
Beautiful slide.
Okay. Maybe this will work. We're on US East.
All right.
Okay.
You can hear me now.
Yep.
Okay. Do you need me to repeat like all that?
Shove Johanna.
Yeah. Walk in, shove Johanna, and then you want to get a boop tether ring cage thing on the DPS that are getting slid right now. Well, not the DPS, but Goldan. He's the main kill target. Unfortunately, silence is on cooldown here.
Stunning.
And Tether and Shade are also on
So
cooldown.
yeah, silence went down on the Dahaka. I think that's just kind of like a trying to kill Dahaka thing. Like if you, it shouldn't be used here basically. And if it's up for this slide, you guys just instantly kill like 3 people.
We definitely
I-
tethered a lot of people out of silences this
I
game
get that.
too.
I get that happened. That the tether happened out of silence, and it's probably my fault. But if he stayed in the silence, I think the Dahaka would have died because he didn't use essence until he was out of it.
On the Dahaka.
Pi, I realized after the fact.
Oh, he
of
did
another
use essence. Okay.
another combo that we should have done is I should have started moshing the front line as soon as you got a tether, and you should have just pulled them into the mosh.
That could be something.
Yes, that also would have been good. It's a little risky on that because you can have like Rainer Q, Bless Shield, Lucio Boop, and Horrify, technically, and ISO or drag. I think.
I mean, my
Like-
mosh is getting interrupted one way or another.
I was gonna
but they're
say,
gonna
but the
have to
problem
blow
is
something to do it.
everyone can interrupt Mosh. So unless you're pulling like 5 people instantly, yeah. Yeah, pulling him out of this silence is probably like. You actually
The only
probably do
reason
kill
I
him.
pulled the trigger on the silence is because he was stunned. So I
Right.
thought we were gonna have some sort of C chain going up.
Right,
Or
because
body
then
blocking.
Crafty can slide and boop. and
One
keep
thing
him
though,
in
I
it.
didn't know it was going down right where he was. Like if you look, the tether's about to pop, and I don't even see it. And
On the Dahaka.
Yeah, there's no indicator for when it goes down until it's already down.
mhm.
It's like a 1 second like wind up too.
It's a channel, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty long.
with everything
up.
going down, it was just hard.
Johanna uses Bless Shield, so he wouldn't have been silenced there anyway. Actually,
It's I took the talent that makes it stay after I stun though, right?
right?
1.5.
Yeah, but he would get out at that point, I think. So I think at that point you don't kill the Dahaka, but I mean, worst case scenario, then you're trading his essence plus Bless Shield for a silence cooldown. Like that's fine. I don't know why the bunker goes down. That's still weird to me. But to me, this is where Maev gets a billion resets, right?
Leon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Brian?
He horrifies and hits the front line, but somehow misses Pi, which is the one main target he's looking to hit. Because you're the one doing all the damage.
Dahaka, Lucio.
That's good. I think we need to clear mid. We need
Pi
to
does a
clear
good
mid.
job
Okay.
hitting Maev tethers, or Maev Qs. He should have called out this tether though.
Okay.
I should have.
Yes,
I
you should
didn't
have.
talk about it.
But
Didn't know you had it.
you get the Lucio and the Rainer, so
Yeah, you
that's
should've
good.
called that one.
Okay,
Keep alright.
yeah, Blaze goes back, defends mid. The rest of you kill the entire bot fort.
Blazes are clear. We're good.
Yep.
What's the timing on our camp? The bruiser?
Bruiser's in 1 minute.
How did you check that, Solskito? What the hell?
Minimap.
If we can.
Does it tell you 1 minute when you
Oh
hover
yeah,
over
check it out.
Yeah, you just hover your mouse over it on the minimap.
Wait, I actually never knew this. I always clicked onto it and like looked at the timer on the thing.
Keep pushing bottom. That's an extra.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that either.
This
gonna
tells you
watch.
1 minute where? On your mouse?
Blazes are clear.
Watch.
What's the timing on our camp? The bruiser?
Oh my god.
Oh,
You have changed my life. Okay.
I'm
All right.
Accepting coaching requests.
Yeah, please. Coach me on my mini.
did you click anything or did you just hover over it?
No, just hover.
Like, your mouse isn't even on top of it. It's like,
It is. It's
Well-
hovering over the. I'm pointing at the bruiser.
you look closer on the keep wall to me right now, but it's still showing up. But yeah, that's amazing. Wow. Never knew that.
Out if
I'm learning so many new things. Okay. Well then,
Tanking.
I'm
We'll be
happy.
holding
I'm happy.
tryouts at the end
I
of the
learned that.
season.
So thanks. I will use that in my own games from now on. Anyway, cool. You killed bot fort. Good job. You can push mid fort now and get 20.
We're getting close to 20.
Kill the well at least.
Everything's
Yes.
pushing really hard.
Good Blizzard. Yeah, just face tank this. Who cares?
I think we got it.
Spam Qs on it to kill the catapult and the thing. Good. Gul'dan's top.
Good call. Yep, that's free. Let's get our.
It's free real estate.
So depressed. Knowing
Bruiser
at
camp
the
is
end of
15
this-
seconds.
We need 20. We want
Yeah,
20.
give them the Bruiser camp. Who cares?
This is-
Take
this is
yours.
fine. This
Get
gets
20. Go fight on objective. Win game.
Maya, can you maybe soak mid? Just stay mid.
Scott should be anchoring here and or soaking mid.
Hold cap on this. Hold.
Sorry, didn't hear that until.
The holding cap is kind of fine.
So if
I
we
think you
don't
just
soak
want to
at
get
the
it.
bottom, we wanna hold it as long as we can.
Because, like, they want to fight you before 20, so you just want to get it out and off the map before they come fight you.
It would be easier if it was called a little earlier.
I thought that we were almost 20, and so like if they were trying, like if they saw it was still on the map, they might try to come and push into us once we had the 20. They shouldn't, but I thought they.
Maybe. I don't know. It's fine. I think if you were timing objectives, you would know objective is soon enough anyway that you just want. I don't know. It's fine. It doesn't matter too much.
The
Scott
split
is
awkward.
trying to soak for 20, but which means A, I don't know why Crafty's up there, but B,
I'm helping clear the camp.
I'll give them top for it. I'm gonna be on 20 on the objective, and it's gonna
Yeah.
push down bot lane, and we're gonna win the game.
Well, the way I see it is even if we have 20, it's a 4 versus 5 until Scott gets down there, and Scott's not transitioning down until he's cleared that camp. But that's the goat camp, and Blaze is super fucking slow at clearing that one.
Yeah, like I think you're getting 20 off the mid wave right now.
So, are you suggesting that we not even Scott should be up there?
Correct.
Like, we should just all be in the shrine?
Yes.
Okay.
Our camp's counter.
And actually, even like if you're both top there right now, I don't think Pi and Solskito can show on this wave at all, or Rabid. Okay, I don't think you do.
Yes.
You guys are in
Well,
Yeah, and
Penguin
I
does
haven't
there.
shown yet.
Yeah, I think Penguin maybe does there, but
Fight.
it's okay. This is a good job backing up and waiting for them to come down. So yeah, this is.
I remember when I saw you guys on wave, I panicked, and I was like, oh my god, they've all
Where's
been
Rabid
missing.
going now?
Well, when you started like panicking and saying that, I was like, wait, why aren't you here? I was confused why we didn't have you.
Okay, so now Scott and Crafty are down here, but then Rabid's like leaving, and now Scott is
It's
leaving
like
again, and Solskito's leaving, and now you're all coming top again. I don't understand. Like you made the good call and then made the bad call after. I don't know. This is weird. Yeah. And now you're all rotating, like phase checking them. Like, what if they're sitting in a bush
They're
and
showing.
they're ready for you? Yeah, they show on the shrine, but I'm still scared. Okay, you see Gul'dan and Johanna and Lucio.
Okay, I'm gonna pull the trigger.
All right, but yeah, so like you see the problem again is like you guys should be the ones set up on objective here. You're the ones up 20. Let them face check into you if they want to contest the objective, and then die.
From here.
Blaze is a little behind. Care.
Pi should not face check this without Blaze here. And Rabid can't walk past this thing where he is right now, basically at all either. Like you need to play this really slowly, even though you're up
they could have
20.
gotten a kill
kind
on
of-
Pi.
Yeah. I mean, they all have to back off because you all, ironically, by you all showing top, it forces them to back off, which is really funny. But yeah, you guys should have been on this earlier, and then like, wow, they're still here. They're insane, and they took the camp. They're insane. Crafty, why are you scared of this bush? Stay in the bush, my guy.
Vision. We need. People need to ward in the bushes.
Pi should not face check that bush. That should be a Scott job.
Top bush.
Scott, you're in a bush. Find a bush. Top
Yeah.
bush.
Should be a
Scott
Scott.
finds a bush. Okay, Scott finding that bush is good now, but yeah, he should have like used his flame or oil stuff to check this bush for Pi.
From
But
below.
yeah, Scott being in this bush is good.
That bush, then?
Okay. Pi loses this bush.
Johanna was coming up.
Yeah, I was worried. Like I'd had changed CCs on me, and I was a
Yeah.
little tempted
Okay.
to have it happen.
So
on me
if
again.
you're all gonna back out here, I think Crafty needs to call that Gul'dan is stepped up to your fort wall, and he's a free kill.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that.
Thought I
Yeah.
did.
So all
If
of
you
you can just
watch-
come into this bottom bush and then just cut him off in the lane, and he's dead.
Come from the side.
He's scouting you with Raider, Crafty.
Yeah, I know. Nothing much I can do about that.
No, you can't.
Breed.
So you guys get 20 here. You want to take this instantly.
Okay.
Okay, kill all of the bot wave right now. Because you want this wave pushing with you. You
Ooh.
guys clear the camp, but not even all of the camp, and then just like leave. That needs to be like a 5-person clear every single minion thing.
Yeah, it would have been easier too without.
We get punished for it later because then we don't have a minion wave.
Correct.
They all just backed in. They're gonna be in those.
The ETCW makes it
Like
hard.
you just look at
Yeah.
this skull on the minimap and look at how long it's just like catching and stalling the wave here back there. It's like so long.
1948.
Good job timing the jump here.
I was so disoriented. So here
Crafty's
I
scouting for a
EW.
flank. That's good.
for the follow, and I'm trying to press my space bar, thinking that I had teleported up there, but my E never went, and so the whole time I'm disoriented. Like, where's my character? I thought I had dived. I never dove.
Bless Shield came out then.
Tanking
Mm.
power shots.
Because that interrupted my charge.
2.
Oh, that must have been it. Oh, that was
You were-
so
you were-
disorienting.
You
for
were
me.
stunned for when you thought you were throwing out your shade.
7.
So yeah, at this point, Pie's tanking this tower. Now
Watch it.
Rabbit is tanking this tower.
I'm looking.
1.
And if you guys had a minion wave coming in here, this would be a lot better. So Rabbit gets chunked down to like 60%.
Bad luck. We should just
You
leave.
use a heal on him.
Leave.
Scott gets chunked. Yeah, you guys pretty much don't get to keep off this Punisher because you don't have a wave pushing with you.
One thing I was wondering is, so I've said I'm looking each time I go, and I know there was a lot of vocalization afterwards that I was not being vocal. What should I say differently there? Like, for example, there, like I said, I'm looking, and I don't think anyone knew that my E tether was coming.
On the wall, you mean, or after?
After.
Let me
So I
see.
go for Rainer.
48.
Let me know if you're looking for something. Rings up.
Well, you'll say looking, and then like 10 seconds
And
will
then you
pass.
just- Yeah, and then you'll just
And-
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
I would
as,
say
as soon as you
say that you're
teleport
looking.
to
I
your
would say
shade,
when you say that you're looking, say what targets you're looking for. Like to me, I'm looking for primarily Gul'dan and Raynor. If I get Lucio, that's maybe good enough too.
I guess it's just like I can't both micro my hero and then like think through all these like little scenarios to say. Like I just
Well, I
don't
mean,
think we-
Mine doesn't work
I can
that
know
well.
from loading screen that those are the 3 heroes I'm looking for ever, pretty much.
right, which is why I would.
It's like
I
it's
guess,
why
like,
you don't even think that it needs to be said. I guess like
Yeah, and when I say looking, like I don't know which is going to make themselves opportune.
right. So then
an opportunity
when you see that opportunity, say I'm going on Raynor or I'm going on Gul'dan or whatever. Like call out
Okay.
because not only does that tell them that yes, I was looking, now I'm going in. So now you all need to step in to follow up, basically. It's not like they're not following up on reaction then of like seeing you shade in. They're following up on hearing the call like as you're shading in, basically. So it's just like an extra second or two that gives them to react.
Okay, I can try and do that.
And it's also less of the enemy reacting to that as well. And then yeah, then also they know he's going in on Raynor. I killed the Raynor. Like if he tethers the Gul'dan, the Raynor, and the Lucio, kill the Raynor basically probably because he's the one who was like most out of position or something. So
it also helps to actually hear something like as the tether is going out.
Mhm.
Like it gives us more. Like as soon as you hit your shade, I would like you to say something, like calling out whoever that target
yeah,
is.
so I would say like looking on squishies or something, and then I would say going on Raynor, and then I would say pulling Raynor, like as the tether is like getting close to being pulled or whatever. If they use a high 5 cooldown on it to like cleanse him or something before it happens, then he gets cleansed and then you all back off. But
Okay.
then people
Well, I can say
will
things.
know that a pull is happening as well too. Because
One thing when
maybe
I'm
you go
going-
in and you only cage and you don't pull or something as well. Like
Right. One thing is I might just say a lot of gibberish though, because I mean the fact of the matter is like I'm super focused when I'm going in for a tether because there's like a lot of micro things I'm trying to pay attention to. my mind gets really mushy in the heat of the moment trying to think of names. So like I'll be going to someone, I'll see it's a Rainer, but I can't recall his name right in the heat of the moment. But I can certainly say things like going, 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 or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't
Um,
need to be the perfect, most articulate, like detailed thing of every
Right.
hero. Yeah, like if
It's just
I've said VDZ before, I've said hero names before, I've said this guy or this dude. Like,
okay. I do a lot of this, dude.
yeah, it's
If
not
that's
ideal.
good enough,
It's not ideal, but at least it's better than nothing. Like, is
Or
the
even
point?
if you just say like tether, tether, tether.
Yeah,
Like, everybody
yeah.
knows to look
It's
at
like,
you
yeah,
because somebody's
the
getting
gibberish is at least better than nothing. So
Literally, the
Yeah.
only thing I need as a Stukov to follow up is just to know that you're doing it. That's all.
yeah,
Like looking, great. Okay, doing, that would be the next word.
Yep.
You know, or going, or something.
Yep.
Leave. Got a tower behind us too.
whoever is chanting leave is also my favorite person. Love it.
Mid still needs to be cleared.
So yeah, the leave was a good call. Like, you didn't want to overstay trying to get the keep there, but yeah, that was just the problem of not clearing the wave beforehand when you
Who
got the
called to
Punisher.
leave?
I don't know.
We'll lose a mid if we dally.
This is a good bush. Look, they're face checking again. I like that you waited until she like full face checked the bush too. Like, you didn't go on her when she was like halfway to the bush or whatever. You already know.
I was
that...
really hoping that the rest of her team
Yeah,
would
I
be
was
right
gonna
behind
say,
her.
and I am also, yeah, like, I'm not even looking on her. I'm mainly looking on this Rainer if he keeps walking in too. So letting her take as long as she wants coming to this bush and Rainer is walking right behind her, the longer the better. So yeah, even at this point, I think don't use Tether and don't use Lurking Arm. I'm still going on Rainer. Crafty's gonna land a slide. We're gonna have Scott going in. You can shade on this Rainer and he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
You get the Mosh and Ring on Johanna, I think. She actually doesn't die. And he gets a good Horrify here.
I click for the Mosh, he shoots me away.
Horrify Rex.
The Rainer shoots you away? Oh, he does.
Yeah, watch.
Unlucky.
I go for the... Yep.
See, that's like GM level Rainer play, but he's bad and face checks you, so he gets lucky. Unlucky. And Scott gets chunked and killed by this Horrify too.
Oh, there you go. Silence.
That was a good shove. Okay, I didn't understand.
That was indestructible.
Okay,
Ideal. It had
yeah.
to have been.
Yeah, me and Dolce didn't understand this. We were like, okay, that's her trait, not her. But she is rooted, I guess. But yeah, we thought this was a trait because we never see her health bar hit 0. But yeah, she just gets a heal like at the same time.
From what though?
The Lucio ulti?
Lucio, yeah. I mean,
But
you
she
still
didn't
get the kill.
unstoppable. Whatever.
Good pull tether, the silence and everything. Like, this wasn't very coordinated, but at this point he's probably dead no matter what.
Again,
So
I saw a stun, so I was like, oh, he's not moving. He'll stay in the silence.
Okay.
And then that's it.
you killed their
It's-
2
it's
front
not-
line. Their DPS are now incapable of like actually pressuring you. Clear bot wave, take bot keep.
We don't clear the wave, do we?
No.
You clear the wave coming in, but not the one that's already back there. I think Rabid goes to clear that. Rabid is also going to defend mid keep.
Yeah.
No, Blaze does.
Blaze does.
Or are you saying I should?
No. Blaze going back is probably fine. But yeah, like, okay, so you see the problem is you cleared the wave that was coming in ahead on the map, and then until you clear the wave that's behind, like, your wave is never getting to you anyway, so all you have to do is just walk in and, like, waste time hitting this well. Whereas if you had fast cleared the back wave, and then you can clear the other one as it's coming in, but at least you're pushing the minions forward as it's coming in. So yeah, now, like, how do you not pressure this?
Because
These minions don't make it far enough.
I need to play up further to stop Gul'dan from clearing our minion wave. I realize this halfway through.
Pi does
He clears
also...
our minions like... He clears our minions like with 2 spells.
You can also just W the minions as well, earlier than this. I mean, you have another wave coming in. So yeah, I think you do realize this on the second wave. Yeah, okay, good call.
I'm going to the Goldank since he's the one
Yep.
clearing.
Good job, Crafty, recognizing this. So yeah, like, they have tanks down. Like, this is what they have to do. They just have to walk back if you walk up to them. So yeah, you guys got to keep your...
4 seconds on Joe.
Scott actually saved mid-keep at, like, literally 100 HP, by the way.
Yeah. It should have died. It was. I think it was 125 as we checked.
Taking this camp is fine. Are they alive when you do this? Yeah. And you see Gul'dan top? Okay. I was thinking maybe you could invade their bruisers, but this is probably safer. You also... No, doing this is better. Yeah, you want to take their siege, then bot siege, since those are the furthest up ones on the map, then your siege, and then go top and get your top bruiser, and then just play slow push top and mid. And at that point, they have to send one to defend bottom, and then you'll be able to 4v5 or 5v4 push in top keep probably. So yeah, do the bot siege before mid siege next time. You generally just want to like clear the map backwards as you walk back from taking the keep. So like clear the most forward camp and then the midline camp and then the one that's on your side.
I thought we should stall it because this is going to push their keepless lane.
Yep, in opposite to the objective, yeah. You could have even stalled this longer and just had one person down there probably once you saw them back at defending the keep in the lane. Like you see Dahaka, Raynor, and Johanna and Lucio, I think. Maybe not Dahaka. Oh no, you do see all four. So yeah, like you can just leave Scott, the rest of you can leave. Scott can cap this and just stay mounted and then come top.
They're off map, care with wishes.
And that way he could have capped it a little bit later than this. Like generally you want to cap it 15 seconds before the objective or something. And that way you guys could have been top sooner to clear their camp right now. And probably be clearing bruisers faster.
I think at this point in the game we were thinking that we need to stay as 5.
Yeah, that's fair. But you did see 4 of them bot lane, and now you see 4 of them bot lane as well earlier. Or right now, I mean, so. Just all get on objective here. Like, I liked you all holding it bottom and staying in the bushes or whatever, in case they face checked you, because they were known to do that, but...
If we keep playing more ETC, just let me clear the wave.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I said earlier, Crafty, when you weren't here, but I think Echo Pedal, I forget what talent tier it is, 7?
It's
Yeah.
7.
Is generally better than Pinball Wizard also. And that, like, on engages and stuff like that, it's less burst damage or whatever, but yeah. I went over it in the video, it's fine. But yeah, I think if you're not going Pinball Wizard, you'll be less baited into clearing the wave as well. So yeah, setting up in this bush is good, where Scott and Pi and them all are. At this point, though, Pi, especially if you went Nisha's, should be the one clearing the objective mainly. And Scott should be pressed up zoning. You need to stay on the shrine, though. Like, at this point, they've won the shrine from you guys only because they've been set up on it earlier and gotten a lead on the minions. Like, they never win in the fights. So as long as you're getting these minions and get a big enough lead, there should be no way that they ever win a Punisher from you. And then, yeah, this is like Pi just going in. I don't even know who he's going on here. Probably Raynor?
Someone, I don't know why the
Or Gul'dan.
tether target didn't go. I think Lucio high-fived him. I'm almost positive, because you'll see the tether goes down and it does nothing, and the tether's on Gul'dan, which is why I pulled the trigger on the R.
Well, even then here, like, I don't think you guys want to be looking for a fight. You want Rabid to be where he is in the bush. I don't think you step out of that bush ever, Rabid, but staying mounted is good. You don't need to clear the wave as much here, because, like, you just want to be clearing the minions and get... Like, you guys all step off the shrine here. If you guys had just stayed on this shrine, I think you win the Punisher and then win the game.
Can you back up to when they're all standing there? In the bushes. I think because you guys are ahead in the minions, that you just... They have to come in, right? Like, they have to.
Yeah.
There's no if they come in. It's when they come in. So you can just, like, destroy them in the choke point.
Yep. Like, Solskito, where he's standing right now, is perfect in this bush. He can silence the bush that you guys are standing in if they try and come in that way. Scott and ETC can just wall off the other choke point, for example. But yeah, like, if you had Nisha's Memento, just leave Maev to clear the minions. I mean, Blaze clearing the minions is good too, where he is, if you can kite them over to that corner, sort of. But yeah, you guys going in here, like, you bait yourselves into picking a bad fight when you had set up, like, such a good fight in good position. Like, there's no way that they engage on you. Like, Johanna has to walk at you, Gul'dan has to walk in, Dahaka has to walk in. He's not going to find a good dig, probably. And yeah, getting out of this good positioning you had and not forcing them to walk in is pretty much the way that they win this fight. You guys killed the Haka somehow, but Rainer's free hitting this whole time. I mean, I could analyze this fight a lot more, but like the point is, you shouldn't be taking a fight here at all.
Okay.
At least in the positioning that you do. Like if Rainer's gonna face check you or something, like sure you can probably take a fight and kill him, but like you're using like you're reaching for it basically. You're getting this looks like a desperate fight to me. Like
I felt pretty desperate, and I think a lot of it was.
I mean, you guys have a keep down in the opposite lane. Like you can stall this forever, and eventually, like if you just stall it and entirely back off, and you guys just go sit at your fort, they're gonna send one person to go defend bot lane in like 30 seconds, or they're gonna take some core damage. So, yeah, like you guys can stall this out and be fine, and then engage on them 5v4 once they do that. Like they're starting at 1 minion, like they're gonna have to get all the way up to 40 before, and they're gonna send a clear back as well. So it's probably Dahaka that they should send back, and then he can dig in. But if they're dumb and send Gul'dan or Raynor, then they also just have no damage for your fight, and they don't have a global to get it, or like any number of things. So
I feel very desperate to go in and do something, as the second we have a bad fight, I get a lot of feedback that I'm not doing something soon enough, that I'm sitting there letting everyone die and not being the one to pull the trigger. And so I like feel this need to like go the second I see anything, because that's literally what, you know, becomes the conversation every time we die.
Right.
And it makes me feel desperate.
I mean, it's understandable, but yeah, here it's like we're using Silence and Mosh on the two tankiest people again. And then, yeah, Rainer's just like free hitting Jaina. He used Blizzard, but he can heal through that, especially if Bayev isn't like tethering him or pressuring him at all. You guys commit like all your damage onto Dahaka, but yeah, Rainer's just alive and free hitting this whole fight. Good Blizzard, good slide. He gets cleansed, so you can't boop him back into the Blizzard and the Silence. Good Ice Block, but unfortunately you're dead out of it. There's pretty much no way to save you.
Yeah, I couldn't trait my heal because you were ice blocked.
And then yeah, he's dead. So yeah, you see at this point, like they're at 1 minion, right? And then they have to send one person back to defend core anyway. In this case, it happens to be Gul'dan because Dahaka died. I'm not sure if they would have sent Dahaka back smartly if he was still alive, but yeah, you guys just try and go backdoor, or at least clear mid, I think. Yeah, they have 3 katas on it right now, so yeah, they have to go back. And they can't push with this Punisher. There's maybe a world where you stay top just to stall them backing. I don't think those minions ever end core though, and Dahaka's up in 5 seconds, so that's probably not worth doing. You guys could just recall at this point to get back to the fort faster, I think. You guys did a good job communicating stuff though, this game. Of like, okay, how did the fight go wrong? What do we need to do differently? Like, trying to fix it, basically. I thought that was good.
They're not positioning well. We're trying too hard to like get into them when we're not just taking advantage of what they do.
Sounds good. I got like solo and 4 or 5.
Away from me. Away from me.
Yeah, good job by Pi and Scott. Everybody to get away from tanking the jump and stuff.
He asked him to, and then it looks like Scott still wants to take
Yeah,
the kill.
Scott stepped in for a second.
It
was scary.
Oh, this Punisher wrecks me right here.
Yeah, Pi gets completely
should've
destroyed
laser.
by the beams. I know.
I know, the laser popped
It like
right under
spawned
me and I
on
couldn't get
you
away from
and then spinned in the direction you were trying to run away from it at the same time. Yeah.
it. Yeah, I freaked the fuck out. I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna die to the environment.
Yeah.
I remember you saying like, "Oh my god, I'm dead." I'm just like, "From what?"
I know.
I remember looking at my map. I was like, "Is he not here with us?"
Okay, so this is an exact demonstration of Pinball Wizard problems, by the way. So you slide, Jaina's dumping a Blizzard, right? They're all grouped up, and then, boop, knocked away. Only like one gets it by Blizzard. This is a perfect demonstration of issues that it can cause.
Yes. So my Q can't hit them all.
Yeah.
If we get a kill, like
And Blaze can't hit them all. Yeah, you're like all group damage, so. Crafty's like face checking a bush, even though it's super scary.
I think they go to their camp, but
The only thing on the map, yeah. I think we just clear.
Yeah, you guys should clear bottom here, I think. The faster you clear bottom, the faster they'll have to respond to it at their core,
Good for us. Bad.
basically. So the longer you wait, the more of a window you give them on them not having to defend.
our camp should be up real soon. Okay. 15.
They have nothing to do, so they're probably going to be looking to kill.
There's somebody in that.
So you guys play this pretty well. Just playing safe, clearing it when it gets up this far to your keep walls.
they're also
Losing mid keep is kind of sad, but the camps just destroyed it earlier.
It was unavoidable with that health.
Yeah, pretty much. And like you guys, it died because they got a camp, which they were insane to try and get when you were up 20 on that shrine. But that was because you guys all showed top lane that I think they were able to get that. And then yeah, it pushed down mid while you guys won the Punisher and pushed bot keep. So you ended up trading keeps while winning a Punisher, and they just got a camp while being up 20. So that was kind of just like awkward. They're pushing bottom.
Take the camp.
Yeah, take the camp is a good call. They can't push bottom. They're like trying to threaten you that they'll take this keep, but I don't think you need to be scared of that. I think you still have the keep wall up there. I'm not sure, but yeah. And then you guys realize this in a second, that they'll have to defend top, and you guys should just block them off from killing this camp. So yeah, Crafty's here. Once you're all grouped up, yeah, just go bush to bush and just like follow this.
Pause it.
So I thought they were going to be coming up through this mid tower area.
Right, because you think they're rotating from bot to top, but they actually just recalled. Which is understandable, like, it's an easy mistake to make, and you don't really know which one they're doing.
And that's why I'm where I'm at, is because I thought they were going to be coming up through here and we'd be able to pinch them, or I had more vision for their rotation, so we had more heads up.
Yep, I think
think
where Pie's position is fine.
Both teams are over 20, though, and nobody knows where anybody is, and they need to get the top lane. If they're not Hearthing, they're not going to rotate throughout.
Yeah, they should come, like, closer to their Bruiser camp, basically. And, like, they don't need to clear it until it gets close to the keep anyway, so they don't need to clear it this far up. So they can just, like, do the same thing you guys did, where you sat really far back mid and then rotated top safely and then cleared it, like, when it got close to your keep. They can do the same thing. So, yeah, they shouldn't ever rotate up through here. The question is if it's like, it's kind of like a, I don't know what you would call it, almost like a chicken or the egg problem sort of thing, where it's like, depending on who thinks they're the ones being aggressive on who, which it could theoretically be both teams here, is that they could be thinking, you'll push with it top lane, and they'll the ones do what your guys are doing, where they'll come in from mid. Like, that would be the only reason they would be here, is if they were trying to be aggressive.
Well, and seeing it now, like, you know, it makes sense. I was, you know, just wanting to explain it because I know a lot of comments come up as to why I was where I was.
No, I think where you
I
are
know
is
a lot of-
fine. I think you would want him, Pi specifically, to like stay there, and then Crafty should call out that he's moving, and Pi should like meet up with Scott, Rabbit, and Solskito here. If you're going to be moving like this, because you want to move as a group. Like right now, your Rabbit is splitting himself. Scott and Solskito are like Solskito. I don't know if you guys can see the green arrow of where he clicked right now, but he should be like more than halfway closer to that green arrow. Like that's how far away you want to be. You want to be like a power slide distance away, basically.
Well,
from
I started
Crafty.
moving when I realized Crafty was leaving.
Yeah,
'Cause I
so
thought that was
that's
the
what I'm
plan,
saying
is
is
we were
Crafty
following
should Crafty should call it so that everyone knows to like stay that close with him or whatever, and then yeah, like he should wait until he should call it, and then Pi should come up, meet up with you, and then you all move, sort of thing. Like you have to be super like almost like military walking disciplined on this. Positioning wise. So yeah, you see Dahaka, and then even before this,
think-
you see their DPS in the lane, like right now.
If we had paused right
Sequel
here,
Dan
Yeah, right
and
there.
Johanna.
I think you either engage on the Dahaka or we give up. I think him seeing us was a problem.
At no point during this do I realize that Pi is a world away. Like when we were in that other bush before, everyone was grouped up there, and I saw Jane. I thought everyone was together. I did not realize at any point throughout this that Pi was so far away.
I don't think you guys have to give up here. I think this should be a good
I
fight.
think we have their backline pinched.
Yeah, like
I kind of wish I went up, and you actually you'll see. Well, you won't see it because I'll be off. I hesitated in where I wanted to go because I really wanted to go up.
yeah,
and
right
then
now
decided
on that
to go
corner,
around
if you just
behind.
go up towards like that
Mhm.
Banshee, yeah, that's like perfect.
Yeah, because I think pulling the trigger would have been better than me following around the back.
Maybe Solskito and Rabid also would be better going that way, but them following the tanks here makes sense because they should have been closer, like, and they were closer anyway. So them following the tanks in here is fine. But yeah, like, Dahaka, he sees you, right? And then look where he walks. He splits himself even further. Like, he's going to do that because you guys have this insane flank, because they're out so far, they're ridiculously out of position, that he just has to back up. He's just like, I can't walk into them. And then he's trying to walk into them or whatever. But yeah, Gul'dan's also walking away from you. Like, they have to be calling this at this point. And Gul'dan keeps walking in further into the lane, further far forward. Like, he's walking so far away. Just keep walking at him. Just go. Walk straight to Gul'dan. And, like, what mobility is, how is he going to get out? He's just dead. Just get on top of him. But yeah, instead you guys go on to Haka. If you just call on Gul'dan here, like, you guys win the game, I think. Just keep walking at Dahaka. That was a good shove. It gets interrupted. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, just keep walking at Gul'dan. He's so far split. He's so far split. He would be such a free kill.
I'm ISO'd?
Bunkering this?
Can you enter bunker when you're ISO'd? Yeah, you can. You
I
get knocked
certainly
out of
tried.
it. Yeah.
Bunkering this?
Yeah, he body blocks you from
It's
it.
well, it was unselectable. Did you see that? Maybe I can't while I'm ISO'd.
Bunkering this?
You were taking Banshee damage and it was interrupting you.
Yeah, you're entering bunker here, so you definitely can. It wouldn't
Well,
let you
but-
cast it if you couldn't.
No. What I'm saying is, if you watch it again, and when my mouse hovers over it, shouldn't it like highlight? Like I can click on it? It wasn't clickable.
I mean, that's how you're entering the bunker, is you click it.
Bunkering this?
Right, but look, it's not highlighting.
Well, it was because it was
You have
out
to
of
be
your
right.
vision range
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
the ISO. Like, it's highlighted right now on my pause. I don't know if it pauses exactly correct, but
I don't know if that doesn't look highlighted to me. That looks darkened.
frame it forward piece by piece until it highlights. It's
It
highlighted
won't-
like the
it
whole
won't.
time.
It won't frame forward for us.
Okay. Anyway, it does get highlighted, and like the problem is Lucio just boops you out of it at the end. Like, you get
Bunkering this?
80% of the way through channeling into it before you get booped,
Yeah,
or 90%.
I guess
even.
I disagree. I don't think it's highlighted for the first half of that ISO. I think it
It's
does
not,
highlight
because
like,
you're
at the
too
end.
far away from it
Right.
for the ISO. So yeah, like normally I think you can enter in from further range than that, but because of the ISO, it won't let you. You have to get really close to it to enter.
Yeah, I
was
don't
just
think it's an
testing out on a
inability
custom.
to chain or what's it called? Panel. I think it's a vision range thing.
I guess I don't understand what the point everyone's trying to make then is. I'm trying to walk towards it and enter it the entire time.
No one's trying to make a point. We're just saying
yeah.
the reason you didn't because he got booped out of it.
Yeah, we were just trying to explain. He says he's bunkering it. You do kind of walk towards the Dahaka, like
I'm ISO'd?
toward the right, I mean,
Bunkering this?
a little bit. When he's like the bunker, he says bunkering this as like the bunker's coming down. So like it wasn't really a call ahead of time, but anyway, that's just the sequence of events that happened here.
Come on, Gul'dan.
But yeah, Gul'dan was definitely the target here. You pretty much kill him without any Jaina damage going on him even. It's just Crafty and Scott.
Disengage.
Kyle. Oh, that pie maker.
And then Raynor also like dies even without Jaina's damage. And yeah, if their 2 DPS are dead, and you guys don't get super chunked out by going on trying to kill Dahaka and using cooldowns on Dahaka and stuff like that, I think you guys just win the game there. And then here they get Punisher.
29-minute Punisher is pretty much GG. I don't think you can possibly clear it.
Well, yeah, unlucky that it's going mid in the one lane that you have a keep down. Yeah, I don't think there's any way that you stall this out. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
pretty much the main two issues were the fight on the top shrine and then that flank were the main two things that like lost the game pretty much. Not pushing the bot waves in also kind of hurt the going for the keep a little bit. And then those are the main things. But I think you guys probably understand what this comp is trying to do against the other comp a bit better now. Like looking at it in hindsight, I think it's easier to see it.
I think we talked about it like as the loading screen is up too, that like we needed to end fights early.
Yes.
We knew that.
Yeah, it was like you literally get to dump all your cooldowns, and if you don't get a kill, you lose the fight. Like, that's how your comp works.
I think my mistake was just not ignoring their front line. Like, I think I needed to just trust in our heals and everybody else to just get me through, put the damage on their backline, because, yeah, they can't really move out of it.
Oh, yeah, one other thing was, when you're going in on that top flank, it would be a good shove to, like, shove the Dahaka to the right instead of Johanna to the left as well, I think.
He was the kill target for a long time, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the problem, is, like, the call-out is that he's the kill target, but that shouldn't be the case. But yeah, like, right now, shove him to the right. Even if he hits the keep, it's not that bad. But, yeah, Jaina can't dismount and use spells on him. Yeah, he burrows. Like, I don't think there's any world where he's a kill target, pretty much. Especially when their other DPS is out so far. And is, like, split apart from him. And, yeah. They're on your side of the map. They should be free.
On my side?
And yeah, if you shove Dahaka and he doesn't hit that keep wall and he goes way further, you just win a 5-on-4. Just, like, positioning based. So yeah, I think that's pretty much how you lost that game, unfortunately. But alright, I think everybody needs to press play for this. Or it should be going now. Is it going for everybody, the second video?
We're waiting on different English muffins.
That might be me. That work?
Yep. Should be good now.
Cool.
It's at like 15 seconds right now. I'm just going to skip ahead to the draft.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I
So, yeah,
think
my thoughts are...
if your plan is to force them into the Cassia, I'm not sure it would be smart to play Maya.
I thought the Gul'dan seemed like a big issue. So I thought the ban here was fine.
I wanted to mage choke them.
Yeah.
Bandit had only ever played 3 heroes the entire season, which
Right.
was
Li Ming.
almost all KT,
Yep.
then Gul'dan, and then he had a game of Jaina, and he did have a game of Li Ming. But he's like a mage, clearly had his comforts.
Right.
So I was like, maybe if...
I mean, yeah, the Horrify's pretty much like won them those fights. If he hadn't gotten off the good Horrify's. Even with the weird positioning and target calling that you guys had, I think he still would have won those fights without the Horrify's pretty much, so. And then, yeah, I think we already went over this draft, sort of, or I at least talked to you about it, of the Tychus stuff. So yeah, Tehran Johanna here's fine. I think going Ana or Malfurion would be fine here too with Tehran. Why did you want Johanna out of curiosity? Just wave clear? And because you're expecting them to Cassia or Rainer.
I'm trying to remember.
It's an unstoppable into the Diablo.
Yeah.
I think it was more about. I knew I wanted to go into the Tychus, and so
It's also
I was
taking
gonna
it away
bring-
from. Well, I mean, they've already selected Diablo Dahaka, but
Mhm.
you ban Cassia.
If he doesn't pick Johanna, don't they just ban it? And then what tanks are we forced into?
That's also a good point. You could go Muradin. Tyrael's probably not that great. You could go.
ETC is okay into Diablo if you can hold your W.
Yeah.
I think his charge takes priority over Diablo's.
I'm not sure on that.
I'm pretty sure it does.
As Diablo's like loses to everything.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But yeah, I think like once you ban Cassia, you know the other dude is playing Rainer because that's like the only two heroes he's played.
Mhm.
I think he played Hammer one time also, but
Well, and they didn't even have that.
Actually, I think Scott points out VDZ was their hammer.
well, yeah, VDZ is normally their Cassia Rainer. They swapped Rainer onto Bandit this time, probably because you banned out the mages.
Yeah.
I think they.
And then yeah, I think Imperius Tychus were the two best here by far.
I think they might swap the Rainer back onto VTZ in the swap phase.
I think they do in the third game. I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Bandit's on the Rainer in this one.
Yeah.
VDZ plays Junkrat. Definitely Junkrat. I remember. I get mine right off the bat.
Yep.
I don't see the.
I'm looking
I was
forward
having a
to
hard-
these mine explosions.
There's
You
a
guys should
lot.
pay attention to Scott in like these insane Imperius stuns that he gets all game long.
I think I do that enough.
I'd like
I
to
don't- I
draft
don't-
him on it more often.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I would too. I would like you guys to do that, but I also don't want
I
to
mean,
compliment
it
him
might be
too
a lot,
much.
but the less Blaze we play, the better for me. So if we can draft Imperius instead of Blaze, I'd be happy.
Be careful with the Haka rotations.
I'm also drafting Blaze in situations where I think Combustion would be really good, and I don't think Scott is ever going to go Combustion. So
Oh, like
that's
now-
also I need to
So
consider.
hang on, because pro teams sometimes the drafter will tell the heroes what ults they need to take. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the point of the draft. So
I
you
know,
know you
yeah.
have to go combustion here.
We've had conversations about it though, and it's like I get a lot of pushback. I don't think he likes Combustion, and I don't want to force people into uncomfortable builds because then I just worry. It's like when we talk about Lucio and like you're
Well,
uncomfortable with
okay,
him right
then
now.
I would
don't want to force
say-
you on a Lucio.
I would
'cause
say
you
then
wouldn't
at
be
that
good at him
point,
if you're not
don't
liking
draft
him.
Blaze if you're expecting him to go Combustion, or Combustion
Right.
would be better, right? Pick a different hero for him to play.
That's what I'm starting to think.
So it's like either he goes the ult or you draft a different hero. I think, yeah.
Okay.
You
feel like
land the
Imperius
owl,
does
so
everything Blaze does better.
you win the game.
I think
Except
their
wave clear.
clear's on
Yeah,
par.
I was gonna say except wave clear. So yeah, a lot of what I'll do is I'll call out. You can technically say whether they're mine and trap because like the mine is the knockback, but and the trap is just the root. But like call out where they are. I usually ping also with like danger ping, which is up. So I'll go like G, drag my mouse up on like where the trap is or whatever, just so that people are aware of where it is. And then yeah, Crafty should unstoppable this. Oh yeah, we were confused. Crafty like steps in this bush and goes like AFK.
I may have glitched. This is the initial
Okay,
like, fight.
but yeah, you were
it's
just
very
like
possible my screen is
you were just like
frozen for
standing
this.
still for like 5 seconds. We were like, what are you doing?
That's why I dropped the blizzard there because I was worried they were gonna push in on him, and I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, not good.
But yeah, he mined him in. You see the trap there in the by the Dahaka. See, I don't
That's
know.
such a-
I don't know
Yeah.
what Scott is doing here because he wants to go top after this wave anyway. So he's the furthest one away from the lane that he wants to go to. And if he's trying to get in this bush to get like a flank or a spear or something, they know he's in this bush and there's a trap in front of him, so he can't even get the spear. So I don't know what he's doing, but he should be up like where Tychus is. He has to just walk out of the bush, gets a good spear there. On Dahaka, I'm fine with using the Tron stun there. And then yeah, that's see the
I
mine go
didn't even
down.
see it.
Nope. You're just walking in.
Mhm.
Unlucky.
More
Solskito,
Dahaka focus.
almost a god at saving you though. Almost gets you out of there.
With what they're showing, Tyrande is like so good against the damage they ended up going.
I was gonna say taking Tyrande away also when they have Diablo makes sense as well. So yeah. Okay. Here, Rabid just keeps walking up. First of all, he should be mounted, but second of all, just mount up, go drop a W on the wave. If they're gonna stall rotations and look for kills, like that's fine, but use the W on the wave because you have way better wave clear than them early game. So if you drop a Blizzard on this mid wave, then Diablo is stuck mid for a lot longer because his minions aren't helping him clear, and then they can't have the people bot lane be pressured, and then you can have one person do camp, which should be Pi. Sliskito helping this is like fine, but yeah, Pi can stutter step this. It's obviously not super ideal on Tychus, but
I even told Sliskito this. I was like, this is so awkward.
and then yeah, you can cancel your Q, I think, with either mount or recall. But your autos do more damage than Q. So like queuing when there's two of them is fine. And then yeah, when it's just on one, either press B or Z, I think, to cancel the Q and then just start autoing again.
That is very good to know.
It might not technically be true if you're trying to dodge the things, because it might deal more damage if you have to move, because you can't really stutter step. But yeah, you guys, like, because Solskito's here basically, and Jaina's not able to clear bottom, like you would want Jaina bottom and Johanna mid right now. Because Johanna can drop a Blizzard on the bot wave and they can't push in. And Johanna can just sit mid and isn't as risky to ganks, so she can stand a lot further up. And then Solskito can also be here to owl the objective.
Johanna's really good on DK or Dragonshire because she can like solo delay the shrine for like 30 seconds. Like maybe not that long, but she has to be mid to do it.
Yeah, and Tyrande also like can stall with owl and stuff. So yeah, I like just Solskito doesn't need to be here, so it could be mid, and then yeah, they body block the owl, which good teams are gonna do. And then yeah, this dash in is kind of.
That was a bad dash.
Yeah, like they had already got it at that point, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this pretty much happened primarily because Solskito was on this camp, but also because of Rabid and Crafty not being in the lanes they should. So Rabid has to use the Blizzard way late here on this wave, and then chases in and isn't like mounting up to go bottom as fast as he should. So then he can't Blizzard bottom for like another 15 seconds after that until
So you don't want me bottom?
Yeah, you should be mid. At least for this rotation currently. Because like, you solo bottom, they can just push into you.
But someone's soaking.
Yeah, well, you should be soaking mid, and Jaina should be bottom, because Jaina can clear the wave. And then you can stall. You can stay stepped up into Diablo and stall mid if they win top.
Diablo's in Tribush.
And then yeah, like it's also you're not controlling the rotation, because you're having to get pushed in mid that he can't rotate through the delta to get down to you. And if you're getting pushed in, he can't rotate through delta anyway, because then he'll be out of position.
Can we talk about top for a sec? Is Imperious Junkrat a problem?
That's what I was wondering the whole game. Like, should we have sent somebody else top once they showed that they were gonna solo? With
If they're gonna have Dahaka on the bot side of the map, I think that's good for you. It probably means you never win the top point though, yeah, because Junkrat can just mine him off of it. And should be able to out-wave clear him, especially before level 7, that he shouldn't ever be able to win the point from Junkrat, I think. So yeah, that's why you want to have started this camp sooner. Like, you start it 20 seconds late, so like it should be dead by before 1:30 pretty much, which is when theirs is dead. So then like their camp wouldn't be having 20 or 30 seconds of free pushing the lane in, so then you would be able to pressure the bot lane a lot easier, and the bot shrine as well. Like, you can drop Blizzard on their siege camp and then back up, and like your siege camp will then win from then on. So they can't really clear your siege camp nearly as fast as you can clear theirs. So that's also why you want Jaina bottom.
Watching the world's most awkward stutter step.
They have priority on top.
Diablo's in Tribush.
They're gonna get DK. They're getting DK. We might be able to stall. No.
That's fine.
How did they have top?
I mean, but this is like a 1 minute and 30-second DK or something, and they're sending it top, so yeah, you guys don't really lose much out of this, luckily enough. You'll need one to catch the mid wave that's crashing in right now.
Alright, now I can fight.
Probably don't need 3 people to defend this.
I figured wherever the dragon is, I should be because I just wreck it.
I think Scott should go mid. Yeah, you should defend the dragon, and Solskito is good because he can mark it also.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Scott should have gone mid.
I can't feel any more than that.
Fine, I'm backing up.
Why did they go top?
I have no idea.
Focus has.
There's no reason for it.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
that's
just
dumb.
actually no reason. Like, they even had a siege camp and the wave pushed in bottom. Like, bot wall and mid wall would have been free. But instead, they only get top wall. And not even the well,
Going mid.
for reasons.
Going mid.
If you want to hear
Yeah.
something sort of depressing, what I found out about LuBu was they were moved up from Div D.
Yeah,
I know. I felt bad for them after hearing that. They had a
Well,
kind of depressing.
it's also depressing
pose.
for us, though, to have dropped a game to a Div D team.
Mhm. I mean, I think they're better than a Div D team.
yeah, I would agree. But they seem like a high Div C, low Div B kind of team to me.
Yeah. I
And
just felt
ob-
bad.
obviously,
leading
I was gonna say,
Mm.
it's obviously a lot more fun to be a high Div C team than a low Div B team, so I can
Mhm.
understand why they're kind of feeling a little bit whatever down. Yeah. So yeah, getting this Bruiser camp is good because you probably just need to get the Bruiser camp in order to win top lane from Junkrat.
LuBu has 8 wins. I mean, they've gotten some wins under the belt
Yeah,
against
no,
a lot
they're
of
a
other
pretty
teams.
decent
They
team.
just haven't won series.
I mean, their wins have been against like Hodis,
Let's check the bush.
The team who beat Gilly Shark, you mean?
Jailbait. Yep.
The team that you lost the map to.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
just
I mean-
saying, like, their wins aren't against bad teams either. So,
Us. Like,
all right, that's a bad team. We won't. That's not worth
Wow.
much. All right.
I mean, it starts at the top. Bad coaching. Bad. Right?
Damn, I walked into that. All right, respect.
What kind of coach doesn't even know you can hover over camp timings?
I know. All right, that's fair. You got me. You got me good. I've taught you your
That was
flame well.
Great stun, Skeeto.
These students
Thank
have surpassed the master. Yeah, good stun. Pi. These minions do not need to be auto attacked.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I do turn in auto. I don't know what happened there.
I think it's because he walks out of your range and you have an A click on the ground,
Bot camp or bot keep.
and
I
so
got disrupted by something, and yeah, I A clicked on the
or he
ground.
boops you or something. He doesn't boop you. Maybe it's a Rainer Q.
Slowed.
Oh, it's the Rainer Q.
Yeah, maybe
but,
it's
I
Rainer
mean,
Q that does it. But yeah, anyway, you secure it with a grenade, even though Jaina gets it. It's fine. Yeah,
Or bot keep.
I'm just
Or
I'm flaming
Yeah,
you
it
because
was-
I was like, why are you autoing minions? I got
Yeah, no, it was bad.
if you got away, I was gonna flame you real hard on that one. Yeah, getting this camp is good. You gotta kill. Go to camp immediately. Good. Keep Johanna in lane. Scout. Anchor, sort of. Good. You're keeping the camp grouped up so that you can get AoE damage. It's good. Johanna's back to anchoring mid. Just push in the wave. Yeah, you can't really push with the camp early game. It's mostly just to get it off the map and get the XP from the camp. But it's mostly also just a benefit of allowing you to push your wave in. Okay, so they got their camp like 30-ish seconds faster than you guys did. So it's also like if you get your camp earlier, then it's up now, like theirs is, and then you can also keep the wave pushed and then win the second shrine with it. Ideally, especially if they're going to be pressured in defending their bot wall like this from you, that they won't really have time to do the camp. Get camps early, 1 minute. Be on them at 1 minute. Like, start hitting them at 1 minute. Don't be running to them at 1 minute. Gotta
I
be
was
there at like
sketched about that.
58 seconds or something. Yeah, this is like, why are you guys invading this?
I don't think.
Because we can.
Okay.
It's about posturing.
Okay. Best case scenario, what happens?
Kill Alan Hick.
No. Just on this decision in general, like right now when you're saying invade the camp, what's the best case scenario you're looking for?
We get a kill on the camp.
Get a 4-man wipe and take their bottom fort.
Yeah.
All right. So what happens now in any reality that actually is even in the remote possibility of ever happening?
Maybe trade, but when the
I
camp.
hear what you're saying, but
Okay. The answer
could
is
be?
they give you the camp for free, clear it 2 seconds later, and then you got like a rock on the fort.
True. I have a hard time because when I look over there, all I see are a bunch of ding.
Okay.
I'm like, they're going to be standing still trying to cap a point.
That's
I get
true.
to just
They do
press
that
my
late game though,
B and
actually.
turn it.
They do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, like I just don't really see what this is like. What's the upside of winning this camp?
Mhm.
Because
Fair
like,
enough.
sure, if you kill them, yeah, but they shouldn't die for it. So they give you the camp, and then what? Like they clear it for free. So yeah, I
Yeah, but
think
we
So
need
then,
camp
what's the
capture XP.
decision-making process for invading a camp?
If you're up talent tier,
Do you have anything
Yeah.
better to do?
On the one hand,
like right now this is like fighting over nothing for no reason, whereas like you can fight over nothing if you have a good reason, and a good reason would be up a talent tier or something, yeah, where it's like you would win the fight and then maybe secure kills a lot easier with ults or something. But
well, and one question I have, and maybe I could also like not have the right impression, but I feel like we have the better fight here, like the better early game, especially with Dahaka being here and Junkrat being top. It kind of feels like
you
we
guys
would
have a pretty
win
good
this.
point fight with Johanna. With everybody on your team basically. So yeah, that's
If-
kind of true, but yeah, basically like invading this camp, you take the camp, and it doesn't really get value until the fort is down. Just the way that the lane works is like it'll go in that bottom bush or whatever. If it went the other way around, like towards the delta bushes and through the lane and like hit the wall, then it would be probably a lot more worth invading. But just the way that it's like positioned once you cap it and where it goes, it doesn't ever really get value until that fort is dead. So
Okay.
Stealing their camp, if you have your camp in the lane, also becomes a lot more worth it.
yes, that's also true. Because then they can't defend like the front wall and the side at the same time. Usually they'll choose to defend the side and you'll get the wall for free. Or if the wall's already down, you can just like poke half of the fort HP down or something. So
That makes
um,
one thing. I had no idea Junkrat was doing this right now.
pushing top. Yeah, he chunked out Imperius. Like he's at like 5% HP right now, and he has to run super scared. So yeah, right now I would say clear a wave mid. So like
Since
yeah,
Fighter do
also
camp rapid mid.
a main weakness of them sending Junkrat top is they don't have any wave clear for their bottom half of the map. They have Dahaka, but like he's obviously a melee range wave clear, and so like you can have Tychus, Johanna, Tyrande, and Jaina like pressure him from being able to wave clear, because he can't just like walk up into 4 of you. He's gonna tank half his health bar or whatever and have to use all his essence or something. So yeah, have like probably Pai's definitely going to do camp. Johanna can probably sit bottom again. Rabid clears mid and then comes back bottom. And Solskito, Rabid, and Crafty just sit in the bottom bush on the shrine after Rabid drops the blizzard on the wave, and then like they have to face check into the bushes, into a Jaina and whatnot to ever win shrine, and then your camp is going to come push the lane. That was good burrow by him. So yeah, right now you have 4 people down here. They get a camp. You guys don't have a camp, mostly because of the previous camp timing, and you're not pushing mid at all. And yeah, you're trying to step on the thing. But like you can see how getting this camp wins them the shrine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like the pressure that it puts in the lane. If like you want to clear the camp, but you can't really do that and step up on the shrine at the same time. And so it wins the shrine for them, which pretty much wins them a DK, I think. It doesn't because they didn't send someone mid. They kept 3 people bot. Our Dahaka's going mid now, but Imperius wins top in time. So yeah, Dahaka, like, as soon as this laser comes out, Dahaka can dig on the DK bushes and win DK.
They're gonna have control of both again.
Okay, you should just dig and cap it immediately.
I gotta push in. No choice.
You don't even have an owl actually to stall
Pause
him.
it. Dangerous walking in like that.
Who? Pie or Rabid or Crafty?
No choice.
Pie and Solskito. Well, Rabbit as well. Like, I feel like they should have gotten a kill here.
They're gonna have control of both again.
I don't know.
I gotta push in. No choice.
They don't have vision on this bush, so Diablo can't charge anyone.
Yeah.
And you saw Dahaka leaving. Like I said, he should just dig and get DK here. Like, I don't know why they picked Dahaka or prioritize him so much, because they don't use dig well at all. So yeah, Rabid walking in is kind of weird. He walks in to drop a blizzard on their siege, I think. Or he
So
just gets an
like
EQ.
Like, if the Diablo had just, like, gone on Rabbit, he would have died.
Probably, yeah. And then Imperius, I think, is chasing Junkrat away from the shrine instead of winning it. Whereas you guys are winning bottom. Like, you're winning bottom because Diablo's not stepped up on it. He pretty much steps off of it for no reason. Like, he's controlling this bush and then just walks out for no reason. Like, if he just flips and charges Crafty or something, and then Raynor and Lucio boop him while he's stuck on the right side of this, I think Crafty probably has to pop trait to get out, at least, but he can't stand on this shrine. Yeah, I don't know what Diablo's doing.
Well, what I was concerned they were going to do is just be on the point so that we couldn't take it back.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what he should have done. He walked himself off of the point for no reason.
Yeah, my motivation of going into that bush was just so Crafty didn't die.
Yeah,
'cause he
once
said
Crafty
he's going in, he
steps
has
up
no choice.
and Diablo steps out, I think it's fine.
Oh, I didn't think... You think that just the 3 of them would be enough to kill Joanna? I didn't think
if
I was
all
in any
3 of them
danger
go
there.
down and you have to keep staying on the point to like stop Dahaka from channeling mid.
Yeah, I think it's like
well,
their
unless
job
we
isn't to
pull
kill you.
past the
Their job
halfway
is
point, I'm not staying on that point.
I know I went also because I was worried someone would stay there and Crafty wouldn't pressure them off in enough time for them to get Dragon. Like, I thought we had to pressure them off quickly because of the rotation that was
We
happening.
did need to do it quickly.
I wasn't talking about moving towards the shrine. I was talking about, like, leaving the bush. Because, like, the second you left the bush, Lucio gave you vision. Or gave the vision. That's all.
I mean, if we're not
Diablo
on this
was
point right
up
now...
far enough on the lane.
Yeah. That's what I mean,
Hawk
is,
is
like,
channeling us.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I don't think you should be able to step up and win the shrine here. Not
Right.
only because DK should have been taken, but also because Diablo shouldn't have stepped out of the bush and like given you all the shrine for free. And yeah, Imperius is winning top right now also, so you don't need to step on the bot shrine because he should communicate that he's winning top.
He's marked.
I say we definitely didn't know that.
Yeah. He's calling Junkrat's missing though. So yeah, now you have DK pressure. One can go mid. Probably want Crafty and DK. You don't want Jaina or Tychus. You could maybe do Tychus since it's pre-level 10. But past level 10, you want Odin outside of DK. And that way you can use both to push. So yeah, well, I was going to say, that, but Crafty needs to stay bottom to stand on the shrine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, at this point, it's probably Pi or Solskito that gets in, but you generally don't want a healer in there. Good job killing the wave. Pi's channeling. You got it. Good. Crafty dies for this, but it's worth it. Yep, poke mid.
They're coming up. They're coming up with 10.
Yep. You don't need DK auto attacks to clear those. You go in for a second Q. Walk down. Like, you can walk through them there and then punt them away. Just walk down to bot. And like,
the Rainer.
yeah. You're also walking them towards Scott, who doesn't have a fort, so it's like you're helping them gank him almost, and he has to back up.
I realized that afterwards. I didn't realize he was where he was when I was heading up.
So yeah, here, like, just get the first Q on the wave and the towers here, and then just, like, yeah, just straight walk bottom. And you probably only have to kick away Rainer, and then they have, like, no damage on this.
Hmm.
You could kick away Diablo too, since he's the other, like, CC engage they have. Kick away Diablo there.
I don't know why I went up there.
Yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, if you block bottom, Q the bot wave, and then Q the bot towers and just chill bottom, and Rainer's not hitting you the whole time, you get a lot more value out of this by queuing. You just queue the bot towers and the wall and get the whole wall and maybe the well.
I remember I was in like full on like delay mode, but I could have definitely delayed in better ways.
That Q maybe
That
could have
rotation
gone
was-
on the mid wave too
Mm-hmm.
at this point, but yeah. So that Q on the wave is good.
They have 5 down here though. So we're just getting stuck with this DK.
Yeah, at this point you kind of like took too much damage and waited too long that you can't really step in and get value on the bot wave from this. So yeah, it's like you won DK. They were up 10 as well, which is also kind of awkward.
Careful with your flank. He's missing one.
Renner's Q is down and Dahaka's down here. They're 5 down here. Just have Scott double soak mid and top, I think. And they get a well. That's fine. Scott came down here because he thinks that you guys were like in danger, but he missed a wave top, I think. And he couldn't clear the wave mid because of Diablo controlling that bush. So yeah, I think he missed a wave top there.
Junkrat's in a bad spot.
Rainer is starting there.
They're going to their camp next. That's what we can fight. We can't. Imperius
Can we get our bruisers back up?
Yeah, getting bruisers is good. Keep Tychus and Crafty bottom to push out the wave safely. They're probably getting bot bruisers if they're smart.
I'm not with you guys anymore. I'm stuck in the bottom.
We had vision of them on their camp.
Oh, okay.
Owl, I think.
That's even better, yeah. Scott helping this is fine because the waves are pushed too far out. You probably want
5 or
Pi soaking mid though. Either Pi or Scott soaking mid, I think.
Mhm.
One to clear mid there, not Rabid. Rabid wants to go bottom to clear their siege camp. Now they're on bot camp. And Rabid also can't rotate through Delta because he doesn't have vision,
they're going to.
even though you saw them bot. Yeah, using Odin for this is definitely worth it.
Okay. I'm gonna stay up here.
You should pop Odin a little bit sooner on
pretty-
this.
Yeah, I realized that.
And like, or further back behind the fort, like
Yeah.
where Rabbit is, basically.
The second I did it and they kept coming up, I was like,
Yeah,
this
I was like, you're like waiting for Diablo to like almost get in range to charge you before you pop it. But yeah, it's fine.
Mhm.
Watch tire.
And then, yeah, he uses tire. It's good shadow stock to like counter the burst of it. And then yeah, you get like stuck against this wall pie.
We're backing up. We're backing up.
Solskito's a goddamn hero for saving your life here. I have no idea how he does it.
Balloon's chosen. I've been warming up to it.
Yeah, I would certainly say so.
We still have pressure top, so we need to keep them.
I think I see the value in it after that one.
Ready?
Good job by Scott. Good stun. Get the blizzard
Good
on him.
call-outs.
Good Q. Yep. Dahaka's super low. He gets silenced. Misses the Q and it still almost one-shots him.
Good spear. He was
Spears.
blind when he did that. It was kind of crazy.
He lands a stun.
The Diablo.
Crafty's coming in. Gets the slow.
Grenaded away.
Easy.
Beautiful. Going top for sure.
Easy DK.
Yep. Go top for Shrine.
The rest
Just
of
drop
us
a blizzard.
middle.
And now one goes mid. Cap DK. Probably.
Odin is down, so
Yeah,
figured
Pi
it-
is okay in this
it's
one.
gonna be up soon.
The Hawk is in bottom.
Solskito could be good too,
Bottom as well.
honestly.
Coming with dragon.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get out of here.
On that Junkrat. On that Junkrat.
Rabid's not bad actually either.
Go left, go left.
This is good. Ooh, yeah. Okay.
Coming bottom as well. Coming with dragon.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get out of here.
On that Junkrat. On that Junkrat.
Yeah, I think Rabid wants to go on the right side here. Feels unsafe doing that because he doesn't know where Dahaka's digging, I think. Possibly. And Crafty looks like he's dead here.
Rotate left for some reason.
Hmm.
That's where I dropped the blizzard too. and then they just go back right. I don't know why I thought that at the time.
But yeah, you just obviously want this blizzard on the 3 people that are like being stunned here. So, and then I think Solskito, you should be in range to drop a stun in this bush.
My first concern was saving Crafty. I thought he was going to take a lot of damage and like they were
fair.
going to continue, but that was before this. What's the Cone of Cold? That was before the Cone of Cold damage, and I realized they were actually the ones in trouble here.
Yep. Yeah.
They had also just dropped their burst earlier. They blew through my shield and
Well,
heal.
I think also if you stun them here, it's also safer for you to like walk towards the right bush, and then you can like
Yeah.
Crafty can walk up and towards the right bush, and you can get in range to Q him earlier. So
Yeah, you're
I think even if you're wanting to save Crafty, this is the better call. But yeah, it's understandable that like you're scared for him here. That's a good stun. He burrows to dodge it. Yeah, at this point,
I don't have a lot
do
of
this.
Tire.
I'm not actually sure if you can knock away Tire with Dragon Knight W. I don't think you can. I think it only targets heroes.
Watch that mine.
Yep, good call, good
That would
ping,
be really funny if it didn't.
good Q. Ideally, you would hit more of the wave with it, but that's fine.
Mhm.
And ideally, that Q would hit the tower. So you can just step
Ooh,
in a little bit more on that. This Q
Should use
is fine.
knockback.
20 seconds.
Yeah, use knockback on cooldown, pretty much. And use it to just knock away frontline. Like, if you knock away the frontline, like, their DPS can't step up. And they have to be super scared, so... Just knocking away Dahaka here, for example, is fine, if he's the only one that's going to step up. Like, that's why Diablo's not stepping up, it's because he doesn't want to get knocked back at the same time, so it's like... You're almost zoning 2 people at the same time by knocking away Dahaka, because you're still zoning Diablo. And then, yeah, you get kind of caught
They
here,
have no minions,
but you're
no
okay.
minions, no minions.
Good call that we don't have minions. Good Odin. Scott gets out. Burst the Lucio. Try to.
Guarding the shield.
Diablo's permaslowed. Nice.
I'm not
Killed the Lucio with Odin. One more auto. Oh, you cancel the auto. That's unlucky.
Gotta get out.
You walk on our route here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Solskito is a
Solskito's
goddamn
a god
hero!
again.
No minions. Everybody's so low.
I know.
Holy shit, that fight.
Thank you, Crafty. That's how I feel.
I have some heals if we're doing this camp.
I don't have the volume up. What did I say?
You're like, holy shit, that fight.
We have the 16 advantage now, as long as we just soak it right.
Stop tanking the rocks.
Careful down there.
Stop it, Solskito.
How can he pad his healing numbers if he doesn't take the rock?
Alright. Padding the healing numbers is deserved after those fights.
We're kind of out of position here.
Oh man, point blank
Yeah.
miss.
You guys don't have ults, but like, yeah, I want this Raynor to die. You just land a stun, but that's fine. You probably can't go in on him there. Just pushing out the bot waves are fine.
Bruiser camp.
You don't really want to step into them. You don't want to give them a fight before 16. Yeah, taking bruisers is fine.
It looks like there's 2 going through here.
Scott, can you provide vision on their only way in to their camp? Our camp.
Their camp or our camp?
Our camp, yeah.
So here.
Yeah, they're all missing.
Crafty, instead of like saying a sentence, just like ping. Be like, Scott, anchor here. Just like ping assist me or something. In like that choke.
They're all on camp.
It'll just speed things up, basically. And it opens comms up for other people.
Do we want to take bottom camp with
I
it?
think we fight over bottom camp and then use that for advantage.
You shouldn't rotate this way, Scott and Pi. Yikes.
Ooh.
Yikes. Alright, Pi's at least half credit on the safe rotate. But yeah. If you're gonna pressure up with this,
Also-
push the wave in first, so.
And
Grenade does the same
unless-
thing.
So tired this night, and it's looking so bad every time we do it. Like, what am I doing?
Grenade on the waves does the same thing that ETC boot does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for Jaina Blizzard, is that what happened here?
Yeah.
So I try to save grenade until I'm like, so I'll either grenade them all in the same direction, or I'll try and do it when I think they're all about to die.
It was mid lane. It's
Mm.
where it was at, but
Oh, okay.
not super important.
But yeah, like if Jaina's there
No,
to
no.
clear the wave, nobody else needs to use
Fair point,
spells,
though.
basically.
Pushing in? Oh,
Like,
God.
Jaina Blizzard just full clears a wave pretty much on its own. And then, like, it doesn't technically full clear the melee minions, but they'll die just like the other minions that are in the lane, like, while you're mounting up, basically, because they're low health. So,
Can you back this up 10 seconds?
so yeah, we think they're on the bottom camp. We don't owl it. Owl before mounting.
Did he just ult?
Okay, yeah. I remember wanting to go onto this point, and Scott pushed into the objective
Yeah.
place because there's the Haka dicking around up there.
Yep.
I think we could have gotten there for that camp.
Okay, careful.
This isn't relevant for this game at all, but just as like a hot tip, the Junkrat tire itself is silenceable because it has abilities, and the ability is it blows up. But if you have like Malfurion or something, and you have like this situation, is like you can rip Twilight Dream on a tire so that it can't blow up. Obviously the damage helps to burst it as well, but I've used like Wailing Arrow on tires before, so you could technically do it with Stukov Silence too, but he shouldn't run it over the Stukov Silence if he's smart, but maybe he doesn't know that, so this is a good fight. Scott uses his ult to burst down Diablo so that Lightning Breath doesn't really get any value. He dies before Lucio ults, and then Lucio's just kind of slowed.
Those are really good Junkrat mine.
The Blizzard here goes on Diablo. It's also going on the wave, sort of. Yeah, that's fair. Rabid's getting wall stunned is kind of awkward here. I mean, you're trying to walk back, but you're casting spells too to slow them and help peel. That's a good ice block as well. And good Condemn and Bless Shield by Crafty. You could have Tyrande stunned like 3 of them out of this. Yeah, you kind of tried to, but we're doing it more so off the Imperius. And yeah, that mine was really good. You saw it was there earlier. It was there in like the soul fight, I think. Oh no, maybe he placed it down. Yeah, okay. He placed that one down there. Yeah.
I didn't. God used his ult on the Diablo. I thought my D was just godlike.
I mean, it was both, but
We have to get middle though.
yeah, no, that ult just like one-shots tanks.
The Haka will Z.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty
I
crazy.
was really happy how fast he died because I was like, I don't know if this ice block.
Yeah, this ice block is like a little bit scary. Yeah.
Coming mid.
You get spooked away.
I
They block the owl.
Got it.
Coming mid. Tap.
So yeah, you can. I mean, I know you're scared to like step in here, but A, you should heal yourself
Coming
so that you feel safer stepping in. But B, you should owl and stun on the point here probably.
I'm not afraid to step in. It's just
You
didn't
thought
seem
the
like
owl
it was gonna.
was gonna get it.
Yeah, well, that, and I also thought Crafty wasn't gonna get blown out of the bush.
Well, you should have seen the mine go down here, or Crafty can call out that a mine goes down in this bush.
I have tap in 3 seconds.
Because yeah, I see the mine there.
Yeah, that mine I don't
It
think
is
I was focused on,
Junkrat
and I thought that was gonna hit him.
Channeling. Yeah.
Got it.
So
I got queued right.
as far
there.
as healing myself, I'd rather save it for the rest of my team.
Yeah, that's fair.
If it's not gonna like help me, I don't know.
Well, I just thought like if you were scared to step up, healing yourself obviously makes it a little bit safer.
Taking the safe route.
Owl there's fine. Yeah, Crafty's kind of split from me though. Good job pressuring DK. Good spear. Even though he gets knocked away, it's fine. Yeah, like they can't pressure with DK very much at all because you guys just melt it with Tychus and Tyrande and Jaina actually.
Blizzards for the minion waves so that they can't push into the keep.
Good call by Rabid to save Blizzard for the minions.
Need a little bit of space though to be able to put it on.
In this situation, Pi, you're like positioned perfectly. Press Odin right now.
Oh, because I'm unstoppable.
Correct.
Need a little bit of space though to be able to put it on there.
Coming.
Blizzard was good. So yeah, you basically got off the same Odin, but just had to wait like 10
Just had
seconds
to
to
wait.
walk back there.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, this Odin, like, super good.
Diablo? Looking at Diablo right now.
Good spear. Rip Diablo. Nice
Lucio?
try, Lucio. Rip Lucio.
Got him.
Yeah, good bless shield after the Slow
Like,
misses.
Coming in.
This tire is super scary because you're all at full HP.
We need to get some.
yeah, and he didn't move the tire a little bit down to get more people in it. It was weird.
Well, he's not moving
I was
while
gonna
it's
say
going.
I was gonna say
ripped that
he's not
early
moving,
because
so
he
he's
was-
like, wait a
he's
second, I
standing
gotta cancel this.
just to the right.
Yeah, he's like just out of vision right now.
Tires coming in.
So he just blows it up to be like, I'm gonna get myself out of here.
I guess I didn't realize he was that close.
Got such a big hitbox.
I'm just pushing in right away.
I'm following up. I was clearing the median.
Yeah, your auto attack timing is also longer, so it's easier to cancel autos.
Somebody check
Stutter
the
stepping like that.
just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Good owl. Good job getting the
I
fort.
think we have enough time to do much beyond grab the tower.
Yeah, take their camp.
Take the camp then.
That means we need some money to split and get some more pressure. Scott.
Yep, Scott could just recall. Yep, and go top. You guys can clear mid.
Grab middle if you got top.
Bottom is up in a minute.
I would probably have preferred Rabid to clear mid and Crafty to anchor the Delta bushes, but this is fine too. Now that you see them that far back, it's fine. But like at this point, you're ahead for 20, so they're going to be looking for a fight before 20.
So we're doing just fine right now.
So yeah, you are just chilling. You are being safe as can be until 20. Let them push in
Their camp is up now.
bot lane if you have to. Obviously, you don't want them to get the keep, but yep, clearing mid is good. Getting bruisers are good.
Can we grab it? Or
You guys have to get bruisers and then immediately recall though, if you're gonna get them. Okay. Yeah, you're just gonna recall to go bottom.
try to force us to
Yep.
respond to them before 20, which looks like
Scott should also back. That's good.
I'm gonna pop Odin for this.
Yep, good call on the Odin. I would Odin like as soon as you see the minion wave coming in, pretty much. Like right now I'm Odining. Just because it takes like a little bit of a wind up anyway, and then you can burst the minions like as soon as they're reaching the fort. It also is like if you can clear those minions and they're stepping in with it, and then the minions die, then they start potentially tanking the keep, and maybe they overextend too far. So yeah, this is like the right idea. I like dropping Blizzard there too, even if you probably don't need it with the Odin. Like just if you clear the minions there, they don't get the keep. So yeah,
Should just stay as 5.
trade Odin for a keep there is good.
Well, the Hakazi's top. That one.
And I was like, I need to do something with it.
Yeah, getting the Bruiser camp's fine.
You need to be on point just for right now so they can't turn in.
Yep.
Alright.
Getting that cap is fine. Yeah, at this point you're just playing merry-go-round, ring around the rosy, whatever, where you're just
guys-
stalling for 20, but you need to stay as 5 at this point, I think. They're going to try and pressure bottom.
Can you back up to the camp take?
The Hakazi's top. That one.
Right. So we should all just go top.
Well, he needs to be
So,
on point just for right now so they can't
with the
turn
whole
in.
like merry-go-rounds of Dragonshire, mid lane's pushed. We have Owl. Could we not like rotate directly through Tribush? Like we're gonna have 20 any second.
Which Tribush? The one above the dragon? Or like by
Mid
the
lane,
dragon shrine?
below it. Down towards
Delta.
bottom lane.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, towards Delta. Yeah.
No, because of
Right now.
Dahaka, like, he can Z top lane. I think Scott or somebody called this. So you need to have one person stay top lane so that Dahaka
Well,
can't
we don't
get DK
want
here.
DK right now. We just want to control one of 3 and force a fight.
Well, you do want DK because you're going to be up 20, and that should secure you a DK because they can't
But
like,
don't you have to?
contest you.
Don't you have to kill someone to get a DK through Dahaka? Like a
Uh,
good Dahaka.
no, you just have to either like strangle them out of the situation. Like he either has to use Z and then you get it after the Z's on cooldown, or he just like doesn't use Z and just has to give it to you.
We need to go mid then. Thoughts count.
So yeah, bot keep was already going to be dead. So here, after you get top keep, instead of recalling, just walk through mid. You guys can just walk straight bottom, I think.
Push bottom down regardless. We need to respond to it.
Imperius should probably back from top and meet up with you going bot lane. Like he comes in from the lane side and you come in from mid. Because as long as
That's
you're
what I was trying to say.
yeah, as long as you're mid, like they can't get DK, even if like at that point Dahaka Z's top.
Doesn't matter.
Right, because
Can't let them get the DK.
But you're just wasting a lot of time. Like this was a long like you backed and then went mid. Whereas it would have been a lot faster to just run down to mid.
We're like 2 XP. Okay, we got it.
You also could have cleared mid
Rotation here, mid.
wave to get 20 earlier.
Okay, we got it.
or had Scott soak the last bit of top wave. So yeah, now you want to look for a fight, and they were pressured up bottom, so they would either have to like just step into fog by your keep and recall, or you can cut them off on the bot shrine here. So yep, it's good. Spear onto Junkrat. Pi is free hitting. Got like full duration on his trait. Diablo goes in.
I'm ISO'd.
Alright, well you can't really see, but Diablo's gonna die here. Because Pi is still free hitting. And Rabbit is also free hitting. And now you win. Now you win shrines. So now Dahaka should have to Z top to stop a DK. Which is why two of you should keep running to top lane at this point. It should be Pi and somebody else going top.
Here we go. They have, what, 3 people left?
I don't know what Rabbit was doing. He was saving Keep, or Core, I mean, from Katas.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had a camp.
Yeah, that's fine.
We didn't.
You can't step
clear
up to
bot
bot
camp.
shrine, though. You have to go mid with Imperius.
They're coming in right now.
Well, they're showing top. So
Yeah,
I was
they're
clearing
showing,
damage
so
for
you're
a long
fine.
time.
But, like, there's a chance that, like, they see that there's 3 people top, so then he Z's bottom. And then I think Dahaka can maybe 1v1 you if he gets a drag or something. And then that's
They're trying
bad.
to kill.
Back out if you can. Back out to Haka. Oh, we're just backing out? Okay, back out, back out.
Yeah, at this point, you just get 4 people up here and 1 sit mid.
Go back in. Go back in now.
Yep, go back in. Good spear.
Stun on Rainer.
Good bless shield. They're slowed. They're out at this point. Good ice block just in case.
That little rabbit got during that.
I
Yeah,
didn't either.
Is that just the minion damage?
I think
just
so.
1 goes mid at this point, 1 sits on shrine. Dahaka has to Z bottom to stop a DK. Junkrat can't stall you stepping up mid because he can get speared.
Ah,
You
I
see
should have.
Dahaka
I know.
not
I was so
seeing?
mad when I didn't block that grenade.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, that grenade hits.
That's fine. This one.
That
I
one,
was
you dodge, yeah.
just tire.
Yeah, it's fine. Good shadow stock. So yeah, you see Rainer's bottom, so this is a 5v4.
I'm
And
ISO's down.
they've already used...
I'm ISO. I'm ISO'd.
So they used ISO.
We both run backwards.
ISO's down.
Well, he has the splash ISO, I think. So did you both get ISO'd? Yeah.
Yeah, we both did.
So yeah, Rainer got bottom. So now
ISO's down.
go bottom again. Like, you have to force out the dig, basically. So now you have to just fight bottom. They're 20
have a
now,
question.
but they have ISO down. You have a question?
Yeah. If I take cleanse at 7, does that just get rid of the ISO effect?
Not the vision, but the silence.
Yeah, I believe that's the case.
Okay, they'll still have the vision decrease.
Yeah.
Well, then it's not really worth, I think, cleansing.
As long as it cleanses silences, right?
It does. Yeah, it does do
Stuns,
silences.
silences. Okay, yeah.
Because that's how it does the variant taunt.
So yeah, and anyway, so yeah, the point is, like, at this point you're pressuring bottom. Diablo's not going to be on the point, so this at this point just 1 person, probably Rabbit or Solskito, runs to the bottom shrine, while the rest of you, like, 1 can zone off Diablo here, probably Imperius, and the rest can just zone off their DPS. But yeah, you want to have Dahaka forced to dig top to stop a DK, and if he does that, then you're 5-on-4 on the bot side of the map, and then you just run it down, and you catch somebody out like this, and you just free kill them. So yeah, they get stunned, good stun, good, what AoE shield is this? Is that Johanna, or is that Imperius?
Imperius.
It's Imperius is 20.
Well, it's busted.
Target.
I didn't realize he went over the wall here, actually. But I see a
my
Blizzard on this
God.
point, and I see Pi literally standing still free hitting this entire fight at full HP. So yeah.
Jesus.
I love how he blew the Ellie over the wall.
That actually saves Scott. Because otherwise Scott gets super fucking slowed by the fort there.
It did
But
save him
because
a bunch of
because
damage,
the
though, too.
because the Ellie ends up eating all of those shots for him, he's able to get into position and then spear back over.
So yeah, now Pi's getting bot shrine. You have a camp, you're getting your siege camp. Scott's getting DK. Walk it in bottom.
Oh, up.
Yep, you pop out in here. Easiest core call of your life.
I'll keep him busy.
And then yeah, at this point, like DK autos hit like for 10% per thing, so like there's just no way you lose at this point. So that game was mostly about like the early game, just camps and rotations stuff. And then late game, you guys did the merry-go-round decently, but that's about it. Fights are pretty good. They didn't use like Dahako Burrow like ever at all to do anything significant. And yeah, it looked like they didn't know how to play that map to me, honestly. Aside from getting the camp early game, that was like the only thing they knew to do.
Was that our pick or their pick for map?
You guys lost the first game. This was definitely your map pick for Sky Temple.
I think we got first pick on the Dragonshire one. That must have been their map pick. Weird.
Yeah, they took us to Infernal, and then they took us to Dragonshire, which is weirdly like our 1 and 2 as well.
Yeah, and then when they got the choice on the third game, they gave us the map.
Better game one would be easy.
Seemed odd.
So I will fully admit that watching this draft, I was like, I hope they don't take the Haka Falstad in the 1-2. And then they did, and I was like, oh no, this is how it all goes badly.
Oh god.
But you pulled it off, and actually did the macro pretty well for once. So I shouldn't say for once. You guys do the macro decently well, like all the time. But I mean, specifically on Sky Temple with this comp, like you've struggled in the past from the games that I've seen. So
That's hard to hear. That's this is pretty much RKB's map.
I know.
Yeah, this used to be our thing, was macro on Sky Temple.
Well, Dolce said it 100 times. Like, the original plan for this map was before they changed how Fort XP works.
Let the Kale through the draft. Kale through draft.
Well, because right before he picks Kale, I think Pai's like, are we concerned? And I was like, the only thing we care about here is macro and boss control, and Kale doesn't give us either.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Oh look, and they got both their Kale and Cassia.
And the Johanna
Yeah, I
with
remember
it.
being very scared at this moment. I'm like, we're giving them everything, so the y'all global people better do your job.
I was actually not concerned at all.
I wasn't concerned either. So
I was slightly concerned, but only because the Cassia seemed too good to do good into like Hodis or Jailbait or something. I forget which one. I think
it was
maybe
Hodis.
both. And then Kalthos like could be a problem.
The Artanis scared me because where we have classically had issues
Oh yeah, so I
on
was
this map,
I was thinking you're either banning Lili or Artanis, like as
Yeah.
the 4 or as the third one.
and I was far scareder of him because more afraid, not scareder.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Because-
scared her.
It's so late for me. Because in the past, what we've had trouble on this map is when they get to pick engagement. Like when they basically get to just come at us, and Artanis does it so well. I figured him over Lili.
Yeah, and they banned a Nubrak for us. Because like if they take a Nubrak, that's how we've lost on this map in the past too. Because he engages.
Okay. I see. Well, I'm seeing the pieces coming together then. I thought you would have banned Lili personally over Artanis, but I think Artanis makes sense. I was curious about the Lucio ban because to me, I was like, okay, game 2, your comp literally just wants them to like do whatever, and then you win the slow fight because as long as Tychus lives, like their whole team dies. So I was
Well-
like, oh, they're losing Lucio ult to like make the fight go longer. This is exactly what you want. It's helping you win the fight. Like every time they use Lucio
It might
ult.
be too much of an all-in thing, but again, on Sky Temple, like it's just macro and boss control are really the only things we care about. So getting rid of Lucio makes it harder for them to get around the map because he won't be able to have the speed boost.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
Think about how we answer Pyro.
I mean, I think their Lucio was pretty strong at like.
Does Lucio's speed boost actually increase mount above mount speed now?
not past mount speed anymore.
No.
I
Yeah.
saying.
but it still helps on rotates and stuff a couple times, and just chasing down people.
Okay, and then what tanks are left?
Yeah, I thought you pretty much wanted either Rhaegar or, well, just some form of cleanse here, basically, for the Valkyries especially.
I didn't see any of this chat. I'm so focused on draft, I have no idea what that y'all are even talking
That's
to each other.
probably a good thing, honestly. Like, if you could mute chat and draft, I would, except sometimes, not in scrims, because sometimes people do, like, they miss a ban, and then they're like, we banned this hero. You just have to see it in draft chat to acknowledge that or whatever, but I think in a match, I approve. Ignore the chat.
I'm thinking ETC or Tyrael. So glad we didn't do Tyrael. I don't think we needed more boss control.
I mean, I think
ETC
either one is
provides-
fine. As we saw,
You
the
do?
ETC
Okay.
does have a little bit of anti-synergy with some gusts, but
Jesus.
whereas the Tyrael you can sanct, and that's not really a problem if you gust them away. I mean, it is kind of, like, it's overlapping the benefit of disengaging the fight, I guess, but I wanted you to gust them into a mosh. Like, same as you were saying earlier with the pull into the mosh thing. Like, do that, but with gust. Like, literally just walk at your gate of a fort, and just, like, mosh at the gate, and then he flies behind them and gusts them into it.
Oh, I asked at one point.
It would be funny.
Like, you hear me, I don't know if you've watched this with comms yet. I'm like, can I go? Can I please pull the trigger? They're like right at the gate. I
Yeah,
want to gust
bot
them into
lane.
the gate.
Yeah, I saw it as well.
But we kept pressure, which is also a really good call. Like, we got a lot of pressure off that.
But I wanted you to do it so bad.
I did too.
You guys gotta get more of those highlight plays.
Starting with the W's first.
Yeah. That's fair. No harm in that. I can't really argue against that, so.
Now again, if we call
They were choosing between you and the Excel versus, I think, Minion Miners game for Thursday Night Showdown last week, by the way, so. I put my vote in for you guys, completely biasedly, but
Oh. Wait, who are we playing?
you were
It's like
playing
Billy Matt?
Playing LuBu.
LuBu, yeah.
Oh, this. Okay.
Yeah. It was so late that you guys probably wouldn't have wanted this one cast in hindsight, but it's alright.
Yeah.
This one was sad. Okay, first of all, you have 2 globals. Get the eye for free. Come on.
Okay, no, if you listen to our communication, this was something where it was a breakdown too. I was like, do we want I? And then we
Yes.
paused, and it was like we'd already walked there, and it's like, yeah, we win the level 1 fight. And I was like, oh, I meant like one of us should have flown there.
Yeah.
We wanted it, but
Like, what else are you using the globals for in the first minute and a half of the game?
yeah.
So yeah,
Just
just
in less than 10 seconds when we're already not using our globals.
that's right.
watch for rotation.
That was not a global's fault, though.
That was probably an
I mean-
11:30 fault.
Yeah.
That's fair. Look, you're letting
Okay.
Cassia take the eye. Okay, that's actually fine. Jaina to drop a blizzard.
No, I'm not. We don't really want picks here. I know.
Yeah, you guys don't look for picks. Jaina mounts up,
Doesn't hurt to throw a couple
goes
of
back
abilities.
to mid. ETC anchors the bush.
Someone's in that bush. Mid.
That bush, there you go. Pine Solskito can do this camp.
Yeah, you got the top. You got middle. I'll get
Yeah,
bottom.
Crafty can now go to bottom. Or Solskito should probably be bottom, actually, because you do want Crafty anchoring there, because it's better if they engage. So yeah, Solskito doesn't need to clear the camp. Like I said, Pi can just dodge the shots, the rocks. Solskito can kill the waves. So yeah, I think you missed like 3 minions bottom or something, but it's fine. It's not super bad. Yep, Jaina just stays mid, drops a W. Maybe it would be better to swap either Rhaegar or Crafty mid, so that Jaina could blizzard the siege camp.
Going up. Okay, I've got middle.
I don't know, it's fine. Yeah, here you go, Crafty mid, Falstad bottom, Jaina on this camp is fine. It's not super ideal that Jaina does this camp, but she's a lot more AoE damage. Like, Falstad has no AoE damage, and there's 4 things here, so it's better. And you're almost level 4, so now that she's level 4, it's a lot better. So yeah, I'm okay with this.
You guys know the trick to kiting the bruisers, right?
Rotating around the far one so that one of them's never hitting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good tongue.
Oh, nice.
Good
Scott.
slow. Good body block. You could have body blocked her a little bit more, and good blizzard, but yeah.
I was afraid of the 2 towers that were shooting.
I've literally seen a deja vu of like that exact kill on a Rainer instead of a Cassia, by the way. I think that was like a week or 2 ago, but
Sounds correct.
I'm just gonna be on point, guys.
All my combos are down.
I'm in middle point.
yep, just back up. Look at Scott using Burrow to dodge the bomb.
Are you paying attention, Pi?
Knew it was coming.
Did you see what he did?
Yep.
4 top.
That Kael'thas is completely out of mana.
Is he not using trade on bombs? Wait, what?
I don't know.
There's no way he's out of mana in 3 minutes. That's insane.
No, you know, he was at
He was
0 mana when they picked up a glow.
Queuing the wave, I guess. Like
Yeah.
using that larger Q
Did
on
he
the
get
wave.
a convention?
cooldown.
On cooldown, even, yeah. So yeah, you're winning mid, just give up top. Who cares? You even got like some of top already. This is completely fine.
Should just push a fort if they're gonna like commit all these people top.
I think that's what I started doing right
I
now.
think countering their push is fine.
Careful middle. Careful middle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like at this point you're not gonna stop them from getting shots on the temple. So like,
I backed off.
Yeah.
There's just
get any structure damage on this map is like one step closer to winning.
Yep.
So like, Dragon Shire, where like killing mid is meaningless.
Well, I mean, that's why I was saying countering their push is good. Because, like, in a way, it's still getting you a structure advantage if you deny them the same thing.
I'm going to camp.
Yep, one gets on camp. Do not bribe camp. Okay, don't bribe your camp on your side of the map, ever. Save bribe for enemy camps. The only time I would use bribe on a camp on your side of the map is in the middle of an objective, and I would bribe and then, like, immediately fly to a fight on the objective.
The reason I did it was I was getting close to 4.
Yeah, no, but, like, you could have
Use it.
walked onto their camp and then flown away or something. Like,
Right.
had you invade it and bribe it and then get out.
You want to use your bribe on the second objective on their bruiser camp.
That's also a good use for it, too.
Time
Oh,
and the bruiser camp hitting top at the same time.
Dolce's Mr. Roboto.
Dolce's a robot.
Refocus. They're all here.
Still a robot.
Okay.
So yeah, you still invade this camp and get it, which is, like, fine, but
My push.
yeah. Yep, siege botting is good.
Dig's down for 50. For the well when we break through this.
I think if dig is down, you want to send Pi top,
They're all missing from mid.
although it might not be down all the way in time for objective. Maybe it's fine. You're going to be ahead for level 10, too. One goes back mid. Pi should probably go mid. Yep.
20 on Dig.
You can wait for them to push in your wave, drop a blizzard.
Right now.
Just wait for level 10. Especially if Cassia is still top, you'll get a 5v4 bottom. Just push in mid fort right now. Just call that you don't see them. Like, you have to stay back until you see them on the temple at least, Pi. That's good. You're in the top bush right now in the lane, which is good. You get out because they rotate onto you. It's good. Yep, now you can step on point.
I love that they all leave and just
Yeah,
start
they
giving
they
us
should
this.
have got, like, some shots on this before you guys were level 10. Instead, they just entirely left. So yeah, you see Cassia top. They're all pushing top. Now Pi just shoves in mid. Yep.
We could boss.
Boss is a good call also. You'll have Gust. Pi needs to come help on boss earlier. He's a lot of your single target
Yeah.
damage.
I was scared to show them that I was going to be bossing.
I gotta get out.
I wanted to clear the wave so they didn't.
So Skeeto takes a ton of damage from the tornado here.
I
And
usually
gets
have really good
stunned.
timing on getting out of the stun and jumping in, but I just jumped the gun on that first one and that screwed up their whole boss take.
We also didn't spawn the tornado on the correct side. But...
This
Yeah.
is my favorite part too. Crafty's like, I'm gonna go scout this bush, and we're like, no, we really need to.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I thought that their whole team was about to come down on us from.
What was I
If
gonna
They
say?
end up going to our bruiser camp, but just the time, like, you know, playing out those seconds in my head, I was like, they're gonna be like right there.
Right here also, Pi should step in and at least tank 1 or 2 autos because he has the shield from his barrel roll.
Okay. If I can get through the tornado.
Yeah. But like, so Skiddo can back out and then Z back onto it once Pi's
Mhm.
tanking. That way you
I
just
also
use the shield
spawned my
health.
welly too early, and it got
Yeah,
hit
it
by
got-
the boss stun.
AoE'd, yeah. Yeah, at least you get the thing here. Push bottom and 1 just go stand on the bot thing. Dahaka's on it, okay. Falstead's going top. Could call back Crafty that they might flank.
They could behind on the bridge.
Yep. At that point, you just have to have Falstead fly in and gust them away, probably. Shots are down. Just go push mid. Yep. No, you can't take bruisers. I
If
think.
you had bribe, you could.
Well, yeah. But you don't have bribe stacks.
Hmm.
I mean, you actually still almost are able to do this, just because you have the boss pushed in so far. So Skeeto should be helping the camp earlier. You don't need to kill that wall.
This invade never works.
Crafty needs to be pretty much anchoring, even though there's not a bush, on the bottom side here. Like, that's the way they're going to come in. And if Crafty can, like, W off Johanna here, or, like, slide on the Cassia, and get a mosh off on, like, the 3 of them right now. Like, Dahaka can stand on the point. Crafty needs to be CC zoning.
Fly could be used. Like the second you saw Johanna come in.
That
I'm
also...
not in range.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're invading this, then you have to just be walking towards it to be in range sooner, yeah.
Mhm.
And getting on eye,
Yeah.
but yeah. And then, yeah, you couldn't get the Ancestral off because you got stunned by Bless Shield. So yeah, like, Crafty got the camp, but, like, this is like a 5-person mosh here. It's technically a 4-person mosh. And then, yeah, at this point, Pi just has to not gust. The gust actually helps Crafty live, probably, and Solskeeto lives. Because, like, they weren't expecting it either, but... And you don't have damage, so, like, I don't know, you probably weren't getting much off that mosh anyway, but yeah, I saw that and I was like, wow, that happened.
You wanted highlight plays.
I did
Wait,
want the
didn't you say
highlight
you
plays.
didn't have bribe stacks? You just bribed
That-
Well, I said I was near 4.
He has 2 bribe stacks on
Oh.
that one, not 4 probably, yeah.
I thought when we were talking about stealing that camp, you
Right.
said you didn't have bribe stacks.
Well, he probably
Even
got
2
some
bribe
from the wave
stacks
that he
would've
was
been enough?
clearing too. But yeah, bribing that camp was good because it was their camp, not your camp. Because yeah, like you can see, spending the time on your side of the map when you're safe by your forts or whatever, spending the time to clear the camp on your camp is way safer than spending it on their camp. So you don't want to bribe your camp, you want to bribe their camp. Did you go full W build or do you go boomerang at 7? By the way.
Oh, I want to go boomerang at 7. The problem is I go full W when I go W because I need the range on 7 to be able to do anything in a team fight, but maybe I should still go boomerang.
Yeah, I mean, they're
I'm
all
just
like
playing
close range
macro.
aside from Kael'thas. Yeah, I would go boomerang just to have the wave clear if you're going to be
Mhm.
doing like macro stuff like this, yeah. If you're on like, I don't even know, you wouldn't go wingman build probably on BOE, but like on a 2-lane map or something where you're not going to be macroing really, then you can probably go W and be fine.
Secret
Or
weapon.
like Tomb of the Spider Queen or something, like where you don't really need the macro pressure because the lanes are all close together. That would be fine. But yeah, on a big, like, this map is gigantic, then yeah, boomerang for the wave clear is good. I think that, yeah, you should just try it.
Yeah, and I
Because like the point is you
love
don't
boomerang.
want to be team fighting them
my
anyway, right? So like, why do you need the team fight benefit?
Hmm. It does help with a lot of other things. So like my camp clears a lot better with it. My boss pressure is a lot better with it. So a
You
lot of those
shouldn't-
things.
You
it's
shouldn't
the
ever be
wave
the
clear.
one clearing camps, aside from early game. Like the early game siege camp should be the first one. And then Jaina should be clearing camps that are on your side of the map from then on, and you just spend bribe stacks on their camps. So you shouldn't need it for wave clear, but... And yeah, this is good pressuring mid and top. Yeah, when bot's missing, you should leave mid.
Cassie's mid. They're all coming mid.
Yep. And now you can pressure up on bot
They're coming
objective. You can clear top wave.
Just did a little loop around boss. It was weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, now Pi and Dahaka can shove in.
And then it's like, I guess I
top
can
and
go
mid.
back.
Yeah,
mid.
you can go back
Right.
mid. Yep, that's fine. The
It's
TV
a
showing,
little
yeah. I didn't realize that was why they like said that in all chat. Was they were just like,
they
let's
did
leave bot
such a weird
objective.
thing.
Wait, just kidding. Bot objective's up. Let's go to that.
So I actually didn't want to kill this wave. I was just gonna let it like
Freeze
die
there.
slowly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine too. Yeah, that
'Cause
probably
they
would have been
just
better because
push
it would
our wave
deny
up
them
to their
XP.
objective.
Yeah. Pi is like in the perfect position right now. Love it. Yep. You're going to be up 16 for the boss. You're 2 levels ahead of them.
I'm going.
Bruiser camp is up. You can bribe one of the minions here, probably the spell damage dude.
I think that's what I say I'm gonna do.
Yeah. That way you, Rhaegar, and Jaina all do more damage to the other 3. You can bribe the big ones too, depending on, like, the spell damage guy dies pretty fast as well, because you can single target him, so you can bribe a big guy too, but it doesn't really matter since you're so AoE damage based. Valkyrie misses, but you can see what I mean, that he'll just rip that if he sees you out of position. Like, you can get caught by it not expecting it. It's like a fishing hook. He'll just snag you. And yep, this is good. Like, you just don't want to fight them. You want to get 16, push in top and mid, give them a camp. Who cares? Yep, clear mid. It would also help you clear waves a lot faster and then be off vision to have boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
This would be a good time to go bribe their bruiser camp. Boss is up now. Dahaka can keep pushing top. He wants to stay in the bush though, because they might rotate onto him. Okay, you see them mid. See one top. Yep, you want to pressure up on the boss. Unless you see them, and then Dahaka's just going to win with shots getting top.
Kelthus is coming.
Keep.
Can you just come down now?
But you see Kelthos, so they're not coming.
KT's not with them, but I'm scared.
KT's not with them, but I'm scared. Same, Crafty. Same.
I didn't hear that.
So yeah, this is a good dig. This is like the perfect time to dig too.
Not with them, but I'm scared.
It's like right as you see them, you want to dig in. Front line, he's walling them off. Crafty and Scott are both doing a good job. Goes down. Does somebody need to unpause?
I didn't pause it.
I can't play it anymore. It looks like lying baked beans.
Yeah,
I'm
whoever that is.
trying to join. I don't. Internet's just fucking
Oh, there it goes. Okay.
bad right now.
I was waiting for Joe's shield to
So
go
yeah,
down.
boss dies. I mean,
Just a random Valkyrie.
you could have gusted right now. Because Joe doesn't
Yeah.
have a shield. But there she does. Like, she was trying to like walk forward and saved it for like right as the objective was happening or whatever. And then yeah, at this point you just have to wait for her shield to be down.
Targets.
Yep. Yep. And then yeah, it was like the target calling was bad up to this point because it was chaos. And then you see Unstoppable go down, you can get the gust off. This gust was actually like 3 seconds late, I would say. Like the Unstoppable
Yeah.
goes down as she's walking out of the mosh basically.
Didn't want to gust people out of his mosh again.
Yeah, that's fair. But you don't want to kill him anyway. And like the longer that they're sitting on the point, the longer that your tanks also have to sit on the point and take all the damage. If you can gust them off, then like they'll want to back off and you can chase a lot easier. Plus you'll split Cassia here. So yeah.
Would have been good to gust when you saw the Valkyrie, too.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying, is Johanna basically saved Unstoppable Lake for that moment. If he had gusted then, I think she actually would have Unstoppabled it, possibly on reaction. So yeah, Arthas is good call. Kill this person, Johanna. Fire is good.
Look
Good.
how good we do with it.
I know, I was so proud of you.
5 different directions. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it was so nice.
That was a beautiful moment.
And then yeah, globals just go to the shrines. Rest of you can push. You don't have a wave, unfortunately. Solskito. Oh, he doesn't walk into a bomb there. Okay. Oh, just poke this down.
Oh,
Good totem. Just leave. You guys get 3 keeps out of this, basically. Worst case scenario. Like, you guys don't need to finish the bot keep because the mid and top keep are low enough that the shots from the temples are going to finish off bot keep. So it doesn't seem like you guys knew this, but it was still a good call to back off there when you did. There's the Valkyrie that almost catches Solskito again, and I'm super
Feels like it should have.
I know, it looked like it was on top of you, but...
Like, if I'm unbiased and I'm looking at this from their team's perspective, I'd be pretty mad.
Yeah, I don't think they landed like a good one. They landed one on the boss on somebody. That was about it the whole game. So yeah, and now you're getting shots that like are just almost getting core on their own at this point. And then yeah, at this point, just wait. Crafty's kind of insane. At this point, just wait for 20, and just like even if next temple is a single temple, they'll get maybe a keep. And then all you have to do is wait and survive until there's a dual temple phase at that point, and then use the globals to win one of the temples. And a single temple will end core from 100% with shield, so...
I felt like Quacknix here. Because every time I used to watch Fnatic, he would just be harassing their core. So, like, they'd constantly have to stay at their base.
Have to back, yeah. It was good, it helped you guys get map control. So yeah, getting this shrine is, or this camp is good. Yep. Yeah, Falstead's out kind of far here. Is that camp up? Is that what you're doing?
It is. Well, it's about to be up, and I was desperate to use my stacks.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. And then E over the wall instantly. Yep, that's good. So yeah, at this point, get Bruiser camp, go top. You're just chilling for 20. You either push the top camp in, and then the shrine's going to be bottom. And then, yeah, like I was saying, I think you just push in top, and then just global bottom and get the shrine. And they're forced to be at the core and at the shrine, and they can't be out far enough to be both.
As soon as the 30 seconds caps, I think we take it, right?
Yeah, hold this camp. Do not.
Yeah, holding the camp is a good call.
Thank you for saying it earlier, by the way.
Yes, good call out early, like before you even started the camp.
Oh, we just take it now.
Yep, taking it then is perfect.
So I think we just push.
Let's take no chances with this rotation.
Also a good call.
Bridge. They're on bridge.
Repeat the call. What are we doing?
It does seem like you guys aren't all on the same page here. Pi is just like running at their core. Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to just be bought on the keep either.
I actually thought they did that because they were tired and wanted to.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I literally
I
thought
guess
they
they
gave up.
realized they were losing anyways. They were like, let's just show on map so that they kill us.
Yeah, I thought they just gave up and were gonna base race and lose. I mean, that was still a good Gust mosh. Like, even though it didn't synergize, it was still good that both of you were stalling them off or whatever. But yeah, at that point, you can even just have a global dig bottom and win with the shrine. You don't even need to hit the core. So yeah, that game was good.
I thought that was such a perfect way to end it.
All right, man, that was like almost 3.5 hours.